and spells the bard gets first level?
No, Bard should be able to get cantrips at level 1.
Yeah, no, I meant like how many cantrips?
Quantity.
And then how many?
Good
If not, I can look it up.
question.
I was just curious if you knew.
Yeah, I'm not sure off the top of my head.
Scrolling
No
up.
problem.
Scrolling up.
Wait, what are you using, Star? Because if you do G&D Beyond, or if you do Roll20, it should just tell you, like, it'll give you a drop down, right?
Yeah, the problem is that he doesn't have cross compatibility between D&D Beyond and Roll20 because he's not able to get the Chrome extension on his
No,
iPad.
that part I understood. So I assumed he was using Roll20 Direct and then just entering in the stats.
Oh,
No?
Yeah, I am.
I got
So
Okay,
it.
he
so
just-
that's gonna be
Yeah.
2 cantrips known, 4 spells known, and 2 first level spell slots.
Okay.
Well, because the reason I was asking is I normally, before Percy, did my characters in Roll20, and it just walked you through, like, how D&D walks you through. That's why I was confused.
Mm. Yeah, normally I'll tell you how many total that you're able to get.
Yeah, I just had to look. I just didn't see it.
Okay. No worries. Alright. Okay. Are you all ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm ready enough.
Sorry for the delay. It was almost a 30-minute delay, but here we go. Alright. And so, our story begins in the Southern Spine. A hostile desert environment with a plague of striders surrounding 4 core cities. Within these lands, there is a deep struggle for food and other resources, forcing many of the people to resort to crime. And as a result, rather than addressing the problem, they created a solution, if you can call it that. That is the depths. In the early years, after the events of the Clash, when the gods fought and disappeared from the planet, there was a cave of sorts, of magical wonder found within the Southern Spine. Deep within its depths, ruins of long ago were found, mixed and muddled, walls of caves moving to and fro, molding into different shapes at random intervals, with no rhyme or reason, a labyrinth of horrors as well as the ancient histories. And, as such, this place was called the Depths. Around these depths, a massive ring of walls and rooms and bars of iron were built, a prison, for the worst of the worst to be placed. Really imprisoned, kept away from the rest of society, those who were mad, others who were just trying to survive, were all placed here. And while imprisoned here, many were offered this: travel down into the depths, plunder for loot, find artifacts, discover the ancient histories, and rid the depths of the horrors below, and you will be granted your freedom, should you survive. Our adventurers begin to approach. A rattling of a cart of wooden wheels against stone and sand as they make their way across what could probably feel like the longest bridge that they've ever crossed in their lives. Seconds felt like minutes, minutes feeling like hours, as they awaited their fates, looking into the distance at this enormous monstrosity of structure, a massive ring with walls escalating hundreds of feet above. As you approach, you look around to your left and your right, observing those around you. You are unable to identify who anyone is at this time. Burlap sacks are placed upon your heads from the darkness. A guard who has been sitting beside you has finally made their move. As you now are blinded by these sacks, you are pushed out through the back of the cart as it quickly comes to a halt. No delay is made as you can hear several guards yelling at you while others are holding you at either side, all of them ushering you in to your prison cells. All right, out! Everyone, out! And you are being forced, almost knocked over in some cases. You can't tell if those who are bumping into your shoulders are our fellow prisoners or the guards themselves, as you are being pushed around, unable to see what the entrance looks like, let alone what the corridors sound like that you can hear as the steps of those around you echo back and forth. You are then thrown. You could feel the cold feeling of cobblestone upon your body as you are thrown into a cell. You can hear the rusted iron as it creaks shut. And finally, that finite sound, click, as the doors are locked behind you. You finally get up to your feet, and now that your arms and your shoulders are no longer being restrained, you reach up for the burlap sack, pulling it off of your head. As you now look around and you observe your surroundings around you, dimly lit, you can see that you are in a cell, a simple fixture of a bed, if you could even call it that, with some sheets, a pillow, a bucket for, you assume you know what for, and a wrought iron cell door in front of you, and you can see a neighboring cell in front of you, and to your left and your right. You take a look around, and you find out who your neighbors are, so to speak. One moment. And we are going to start with... Oh wait, I see that Shad is here. Shad, are you here?
Yeah.
Hey, let's go! You made it, bro!
I swear you said same time as yesterday's session, and I thought it was 7.
Oh, no, that was my bad. No, it's 6:30. That was my mistake. That was a miscommunication on my part.
Well, I'm here.
Probably.
I'm here.
We just started. We stalled it out.
He actually came in right when you started talking, so he got to hear basically all of it.
Oh my god, let's go.
Yeah.
Well, I don't feel so bad. Either way, I apologize, but I'm here.
It's okay. Welcome. Alright. And so speaking of which, that's actually perfect, because the dice roll is on you, sir. You are in the hot seat.
Shit.
We take a look around and we see a rather shady-looking character, a darkened hood over his head, of dark skin complexion, and a strange purplish arcanic glow about him.
Yeah, I just woke up. Can you come back to me? I just woke up 5 minutes ago. I gotta get a drink and shit.
No worries. Okay.
I'm not ready.
No, it's okay. As we take a look around and observe our surroundings, we note a strange woman, a hair glowing of teal, and dragon-like horns adorned at the top of her head, scaling backwards behind. Dressed in rather simple garb of a purple tunic and a brown coat. She looks around hesitantly. Siri, please introduce yourself and your character.
Hi, I'm Siri. I'll be playing Cassandra Assy. She's a female dragon-born blood hunter. And this is the first time I'm playing a blood hunter, so I'm curious to see how the mechanics are going to play. And basically, her background is that she came from the ranks of like common folk, and she kind of rose above, and she's kind of known as like the local town kind of hero type, where she comes from. And she very much judges people by like their actions and what they do, not the things they say. And she's very quick to just jump into something instead of thinking about it. So she tends to be very neutral on the sides of thing because she can easily be swayed either way. So, and she definitely likes the drink.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of her vices that gets us in trouble a lot.
I wonder what she's doing here at the depths of all places. Interesting. All right. As you all continue to look around and observe who your neighbors are, you find a strange, peculiar-looking man, a lizard folk, adorned of green scales and a white front, wearing a feathered trinket upon his neck, with yellowed reptilian eyes that kind of slit and flick from left to right, quickly observing his surroundings. Dagron, please introduce yourself and your character.
I'm Dagron. Go by Dag. My real name's Steven. You can see it on the screen right now.
Yep.
And, yeah, so I'm playing Daun, and Daun is a lizard man. If... Cassandra? Is that her name?
Yep.
Cassie. Okay. If Cassie is dragonborn, she is like half-orc to lizard man's goblin.
Oh.
Lizard man is not very well accepted. Not easy to understand. And very reserved. We stay below in the sewers, like the alligator you flush down the toilet when it gets too big.
Love it.
Ah, yes.
Daun immediately is wary of Dragonborn. I have no idea you were playing a Dragonborn. This is actually great for me.
Yeah.
I didn't know what you were playing either. I didn't look at anybody's stuff.
That's the best part. It's what makes it even better. All right.
Oh, jeez.
And then we look to a strange individual. You can't quite tell what race he is yet, but he is white of hair, purple of complexion, and has somewhat of a sultry look upon his face. Star.
Oh no, they're all hot.
Star, please introduce yourself and your character.
Can you hear me all right?
Yep.
I'm Star. The character I'm playing is Tom Ibarra. He is a changeling bard. He once served a queen who was her lover, and she was not the best person. She, especially to the poor, to the remnant, touched, and he tried to sway and disagree and fight her about all that, and she tried to kill him. Thankfully, he lost all blood, got a blood transfusion, and now is from a remnant touched, and has now acquired said blood. And the guards found him, and because he simply disagreed, they threw him here into this pit.
Oh, that reminded me. Thank you, Star. Remnant Touch born here as well.
Yep. Remnant Touch Dragonborn.
Yeah.
We love that.
Yep.
All right, 2 Remnant Touch in this party. Interesting. All right.
Good, because I don't have dark vision.
Yeah.
That's okay. We'll just glow. You don't need it.
Yeah, exactly. You just be glowing out here. All right. And then last but certainly not least, we have this mysterious hooded figure dark complexion with a very faint purple arcanic glow about him. He waits there silently, observing, waiting for the conversation to pass, before interjecting himself. Shad, please introduce yourself and your character.
Hey guys, Shad or King or Tony, if you know me outside of here. Been playing D&D a long time. I'm playing a guy named Styx. Styx is a rather tall, kind of skinny-ish black man. He has silvery tattoos that go down his face. Being in this setting, I imagine you can see other parts of him. The tattoos continue down his arms and legs. Particularly on his arms and legs, they focus in places like his joints and over his exact bones, almost like a diagram outside of his skin, or on top of his skin of the bones underneath the tattoos are a similar design. I guess we wouldn't have any weapons or armor, would we?
Nope, not yet.
You can tell by the way Styx talks, he's not from these lands. And by the way of mannerisms, the way he wears his hair, the way he wears his tattoos, everything seems very foreign about him, from faraway land.
Interesting.
I'm not sure how he got captured, but he's on a pilgrimage looking for some people that did some bad stuff to the church he's from.
Ooh.
And now he's found himself here amongst strange strangers.
Alright. Now I can go ahead and move you all over here. And this is
I will say I misspoke a minute ago. They wouldn't be like half-orc to goblin. It would be like half-orc to hobgoblin.
Ah.
That's my bad. Yeah.
Half-orc to hobgoblin.
Because I'm not a kobold. I'm not a tiny lizard man. I'm a lizard man.
Gotcha.
I'm a lizard man. All right. So you all find yourselves here in this prison, somewhat getting acquainted with each other. You can hear the wails of some, the screams of others, and the frightening appearances of certain prisoners who are keeping to themselves, far more quiet than others might be. What do you do?
Is this evening time, or like what time of day is this that we're at? Does they put us down in the prison in our cells for the night, or?
You have no idea. You're unable to tell if it is night or day.
Understood. Thank you.
I was not trying to get your attention. I'm just
okay.
clearing my throat because my throat already hurts.
Oh,
Oh, no.
honey, go drink.
How
honey.
long have we been down here? Or how long have we been prisoners?
You have just arrived at the prison. So it's only been about 30 minutes since you've been here.
I cannot believe I know.
And is there like any collars around our necks or anything to any manacles around the hands and legs?
Nope. No manacles, no collars. You're just in a room in a cell.
I'll start ritual casting detect magic. Actually, I don't think I have a spell focus or any components.
Correct.
Arcane focus.
I just
because-
would like. Sorry. go ahead.
You're good. Detect magic doesn't require any components.
Mhm.
It's just verbal and somatic. Or if it does require components, it's not listing them.
Yeah, I don't think
I'm
it
a-
needs a. I don't think it needs a focus either. I think you could technically cast this just with your own body.
So I am going to. A focus lets you cast spells without using the components if it's very basic components.
I see.
I think that's right.
Do I see any keys?
So I'm just going
Here, hold
to
on.
cast that. as ritual magic.
Yeah, let's do the detect magic first, and then I'll let you know if... go ahead and roll me a perception check as you're looking for keys here, Thom.
Okay.
And then as for the detect magic, okay, so within 30 feet of you... Oh, okay, I see.
It takes me 10 minutes to cast it, 'cause I'm casting it as a ritual, so I don't use a spell slot.
I will come back around to you then in just a moment here. Just allow me to get to everybody, and then I'll come back and I'll let you know whether or not you've detected anything with your spell. Okay. With your perception check here, Thom, you note that you can't see any keys, but you can hear a faint jingle. You can hear a jingle here, and you can hear a faint jingle here. Dawn, is there anything that you would like to do at this time? Okay. Oh, he might actually be going to get water. What's up?
How far is? You said it's on like one of the guards or both.
On both guards that you can see.
How far is the guard to my left? Because I can't. It won't let me do the.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Distance.
He is currently 15 feet away from you.
I'd like to try and cast a Mage Hand.
Mage Hand, got you. Okay. So. Alright, you got it. One moment, please. Okay. As you try to reach your mage hand out, as it comes through the bars and kind of extends out to reach for that guard's keys, it starts to fizzle out. And as the hand tries to kind of grasp at the keys, it kind of phases through them. All right.
So, go ahead.
Okay, it's okay. Go ahead.
Would we have anything like on us, like personal items, or is everything gone?
Everything is gone for now. The items that you added to your inventory, you will receive them here in a moment.
Okay.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky. Yep. Cassie, is there anything you would like to do at this time?
I just want to inspect myself for any weaknesses, or especially in particular the sewer grate here, like how sturdy it is.
Okay.
Can I get through?
Roll me an investigation check.
This will be fun.
Do it.
Oh, it says that I have advantage to recall. So I'll do normal roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You don't note any weaknesses or exploits in your room that you could use at this time. Okay, and then as for you here, Styx, your ritual casting is complete. You have casted Detect Magic, and you sense that there is quite a bit of magic around you. You notice that there is some strange magical field across these bars. It also lines the walls and floor and ceiling above you. You also note that there is a significant amount of magic emanating from this guard here and this guard here. As for the fixtures inside of your room, such as the bench, the bucket, as well as your cot, are not magical.
And as I'm doing this ritual casting for 10 minutes, do the guards see me, to seem to care, anything like that?
No, the guards don't know what you're doing here.
Okay. Alright, that's all I need to know. Thank you.
Yeah. They're quite used to the mumblings of madmen in here, so they really, like, don't pay much attention. It's very often that some people, like, kind of mumble nonsense, and a lot of the time, especially, like, the ones that have been here for a while, they can't tell the difference between actual magic casting and the ramblings of a madman. So they just ignore it until something actually happens for the most part, unless it's, like, very, very obvious. Alright. And so, it is at this point that you can see that these guards here begin to line up, and you can hear the clamor of plates and mail clunk, 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 as more of them begin to line the cells. Alright. Hands on the wall. You hear one of them say as they get close to your doors here to the south.
I'll put my hands on the back wall like I'm in prison.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't know, guy. I've never been in prison or anything.
Yeah, I mean, me neither, Chief.
Hey, we've all seen movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Thom, do you put your hands on the wall?
Yes.
Okay. Here, I'll move your token for you. I forgot you're on the iPad. I got you. Okay. And they, each of them enter into your cells, and they all run a quick inspection. One moment, please, while I... Okay. And they quickly inspect your rooms while you're all against the walls. And then it is at this point in which they come up from behind you. They take your hands, each of you, and they shackle each of your hands in manacles, and then begin to escort you out into the hallway. And it is at this point for the first time that at least those of you who are in the same row can actually see each other much more clearly now, at least over some of the guards' shoulders or around them. They then take your manacles, and it almost seems like there's some kind of force applied on them, like some kind of invisible force, and each of you are kind of like pinned to the wall, like back against the wall, like the manacles are like pinning you there. Preventing you from moving at this time. And then they begin to move their way across to the opposite end. Does anyone do anything at this time?
Just
Elwyn
looking
is
around,
quietly waiting.
taking note of the surroundings. What kind of armor and weapons the guards got.
Okay.
That kind of stuff.
Roll me an investigation check.
Sure.
I would like to change into Cassie.
Oh, okay. Alright.
No, there's two of them. No, Dios mío.
So then you turn into Cassie. This one next to you, he sees you do this, Thom. He's like, and he's kind of like whistles at you and gives a little bit of a cat call. All right. Meanwhile, the guards look over to you four here in the top row, and with the same deal, hands against the wall. These two oblige. And Cassie and Dawn, do you comply?
I comply, but when he comes to collect me, I do hiss.
Okay.
Give him a...
Hey, easy there. And then they shackle each of you and bring you out into the hall. And same deal. Boom, boom, boom. Each of you are locked, bound against the wall. Some unknown force holding you there by the manacles, back against the wall. And it is at this point that the guards begin to kind of like start to do like inspections on each of you. Some of you don't pay any mind. Your other cellmates or cell neighbors don't seem to pay any mind to the guards. They seem to be kind of used to this being the routine. Thumb, you can see that this girl over here is kind of like peeking around the others and looking at you, and she's just like, psst. Hey, hey, you, the cute one.
I changed into the guy that was catcalling me.
Oh my.
She tries to yeah, she tries to resist the urge to vomit, as she's just like kind of just she seems disgusted at first, but then she kind of like breaks into a chuckle. That's a nice trick. What are you in for?
Wouldn't you like to know? And then I changed into her.
Whatever. You might as well stop having conversations with these weirdos. Seems like they get weirder every time. This individual says, as he kind of just like looks over at the lizard man. He looks at you and he just says, "You know, I've never butchered a lizard before." And like he does a really long lick of his lips in a circular motion as he like stares at you with his nose upturned.
Daun whips his head over to him and just says,
Daun will eat you balls first.
I hear that's a delicacy.
Daun is an actual cannibal.
Yeah.
Because that's not weird for lizard folk.
And this individual right here, he tell me, Styx, what is your race?
I am, I believe, custom lineage human. Custom lineage human.
What is your custom lineage specifically?
Well, custom lineage is just basically kind of a mix of a human or like a little bit of elf, but you don't actually, get the elf abilities or whatever. So whatever that is from the lands he's native, it's just a off breed of a common human. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Common
gotcha.
with a little bit of high human or wood elf or something mixed in there.
Okay. He's of the faith, though, correct?
Yes.
Which domain does he follow?
Well, I kind of mentioned that in my my background, but I don't know all of your. I follow the Twilight domain.
Okay. I see. Is he currently wearing any symbols of his domain? You have your garb that you would normally wear. You just don't have your equipment.
Some of the tattoos on me are have iconography of the Twilight Divine School.
Okay. You got it. Interesting. So this individual right here, he kind of like, you note that he stands out quite a bit. I mean, a lot of these characters stand out in one way or another, but this individual stands out the most because when he's brought out, he's not just manacled. He's actually bound to like a board. He's chained by multiple links. Some of them are large cuffs that are around the entire length of his arms. Some of them are even grafted into his own skin and anchored onto this board. And he's like flicks his head around almost demonically as he's just like not only trying to break free, but he's also just like looking every which direction, observing his surroundings. like his head moves as if it were a lizard's eye, if you can imagine that. It kind of just flicks around every which way, unable to predict where he's going to move next. And then he gets very still and locks eyes with you, and it's at this time you can see the bright glow of his white eyes as he glares at you. You, man of the faith! Disgusting! He spits through his like mask onto the cobblestone floor.
I'll speak in Infernal at him, and I'll tell him a plague on his family.
And surprisingly enough, in Infernal, he replies back, I will kill yours and feed them to you. And Infernal, the one next to him, says, calm down, brother. His time will come.
A lot of cannibals in this room.
Yeah, you've been put in a very strange cell block. All right.
4 out of 8. That's 50-50.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. And then this one. Oops, I just clicked that. The girl then looks across and he sees like another similar looking individual across the way, and she kind of like whispers again, like, "Psst, hey, you in the blue."
I glance over and then I look away.
And now at this point, she kind of just like grins. She's like, "You're kind of cute."
I know.
She scoffs, and she just kind of like keeps to herself again. And she like kind of like teeters like
this one has bad vibes.
She kind of like teeters back and forth from like heel to toe, like using like the force of the manacles to kind of keep her in place so she doesn't fall over. And then is at this point that the more guards begin to come. You can hear more clamoring. Tum 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 tum. And you can hear more as they all begin to line up. All right. You prisoners are in luck. You're going to be drawing lots today. Some of you are new, but that's just sometimes how the cookie crumbles. We'll explain more in a moment. Follow us. Though it's not really an option. And the other guards kind of just like chuckle to themselves. You can see that some of them are kind of like passing something to each other back and forth. If you want to know what they're doing, please roll me perception checks.
Rolling,
jeez.
Ooh.
Watch out. I rolled a nat 20, it looks like. No, I didn't roll an 18. Styx has got...
I rolled a nat 20.
Oh my god. These rolls are insane off the bat. Okay. Styx and Sealy. Styx and Cassie. You both can tell. You're close enough to the guards across the way, and that you can identify very quickly that they're passing like coin purses between one another. It appears that they're making bets on you. All right.
I kind of know.
And so then they begin to lead you around towards the opposite hall. They begin to move you all up to the north through this strange checkpoint, one at a time. I'm not gonna move all the guards, just because like that's gonna take quite a bit of time if I move them all individually. But they're all following you. They have at least 2 for each of you, escorting you all down this hallway and making your way over to this strange little checkpoint. You can see that there is this large, portly man. I do not have a token for him, but he's a large, portly man. He's far larger than the chair that he's sitting in. It looks like the arms of the chair are going to burst at any moment if you just turn the wrong way. Multiple chins upon chins. He is a stout man. He dwarfs the desk in front of him as he's kind of just like rifling through like some papers, and he's like trying to like hold like the quill and trying to like dip it into the ink properly, but he's just far too large for the space that he's given. And he looks at all of you, and he kind of just push up his glasses as he looks at you first, Cassie. Name.
Did he say hey or name?
Name.
Cassie.
Naomi.
Cassie. Age.
26.
Okay. What would you like on your tombstone?
That's what your mother said.
All right, that's what your mother said. All right, next. And they process you, and then they lead you into the next room, holding each of your arms, and they have you wait here. I will describe the room in just a moment. Next. Name, Lizard Man.
Daun.
Daun. How do you spell that?
Da.
Ah.
Un.
Understood. And he feels a little bit embarrassed. You see, he pulls out like a handkerchief and he starts to like dab his forehead. He's awfully sweaty, and he writes down your name and says, "Age."
Daun has never counted.
Okay. And he just like, kind of scrawls like a random number down. What would you like on your tombstone?
Do not bother.
Do not bother. Alright. Next. And then you are the next to be let in. Sticks? Name.
I am calling Sticks.
Sticks. Age.
In my people land we have not age. My life's thread has not yet been severed.
And he just writes like the infinity sign. What would you like on your tombstone?
Whatever you'd like.
Okay, whatever you would like. And he kind of
I
takes like a
imagine
look.
there's an entire cemetery that's just full of these.
Yeah,
Yeah. Love it.
And he,
Don't bother good for a tomb though, because it's like, don't touch my grave.
right.
A lot of "I'll kill yous."
Yeah. And he goes ahead and he gets you to move along. And last but not least, Thom. Name.
Tom, I say as I transform into him.
Stop! Don't do that. I'm ugly. Thom.
Oh, the level of
Can
self-hate.
I like, are my manacles like I can't move to like touch his shoulder or anything?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're,
I'm just gonna look at him. I'm just like, don't be so hard on yourself, bud.
roll me a charisma.
Yeah, me too.
Ooh, interesting. And so as you tell him not to be so hard on himself, he kind of stops writing for a moment. And he kind of just like takes like a deep breath and he just goes, it's so hard.
I know, bud. I'm in a damn prison.
Yeah, you are. And he reaches underneath and he grabs an eclair and he takes like a disgusting bite of it. Like he's got like crumbs like going all over the place and he's got like glaze like, you know, smeared across his cheeks as he's like scarfing it into his mouth.
I say, as we're still transformed, I believe in us.
That's really nice, but age
27.
27. What would you like on your tombstone?
I believe in us.
Don't give me hope. I believe in us.
But hope is all we have.
The hope is all. I don't think
So I
we
just
have
made up
enough
for him.
room.
I say hope is all we have to him.
Okay, and
Not
then,
not for the tombstone.
and he jots that all down for you. Next. All right. And as you all enter this room here, you can see that there is someone who is on this table here who's currently being tortured. There's a couple of them, actually. Some of them are kind of just like groaning and wailing. There's a guard in particular who's like flogging them right now. You can just hear the crack of the whip. Crack! Crack! Oh, please! As you pass by. The guards that are on either of your sides continue to lead you past this scene, as you're forced to watch it. This one in particular reaches out. He sees you. He's just out of arm's reach, but he reaches out and like looks at you with fear-stricken eyes. Help me! And,
Looks at who?
I turned to him,
Mhm.
transform into him, and say no.
Oh.
Literally what I was gonna do.
Yeah. This guy right here is looking at all of you, and he's reaching out. He's like trying to get anyone's attention to come and help him. All right.
Am I really? The tools are behind me. So where are the guards?
There are guards like all around this room, and there are guards on either of your sides, one holding each of your arms, as your hands are manacled behind your back.
All right, fair enough.
All right.
I want to stare into that dude's eyes and be like, "Why would I help you?"
He just starts to cry, like there's like tears like welling up in his eyes as you pass by. All right. And then you are all led into this hall here. And at which point, the guards are kind of waiting on across from you all. There's still about 8 of them here. There's not a whole lot of space, but you can hear one last set of feet slowly but surely making their way down. You can hear leather boots hit the ground against the cobblestone floor. Tip, 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 tip. It sounds quite light.
Does it sound like a pitter patter?
It's a little bit like a pitter patter, yeah. And you see a small gnome enter the room. She's quite short of stature, short brown hair, and wearing noble clothes. She seems to have an ornate dagger at her side. She has her hands behind her back and begins to procedurally walk down and kind of take a look at every single one of you. At this point, the other prisoners of your cell block are also present. Well. You have an interesting line of people here today. It's lot day. Are you all excited? you might get to go down to the depths.
Can I trip him as he walks past me?
Sure. Go ahead and roll me. Go ahead and roll me a just regular dex as you try to like reach your foot out and try to trip her.
Get her.
I'm just gonna turn into a random person I've seen in my life.
I'm gonna die.
Rolling. Do, do. I really am going to start just using roll 20.
Ooh. Mm. So you reach your foot out, and it looks like she's about to trip over it, but she lifts her foot up with ease and kind of just takes it in stride and doesn't even trip over. But she sees this, and she looks over at you, and she says, "The odds don't look good for you."
The odds are always in my favor.
So, before we... So, before we draw lots, allow me to explain what's happening. For those of you who are new here, you are at the prison just east of Killen in the southern spine. This prison is dubbed the Depths because, well, there's a giant hole in the middle of it called the Depths. A horrifying place of wonder and ruin, but horrifying creatures as well. Now, this hole has given us a lot of trouble, but we decided to turn a problem into a solution. And that's why you are all here. In exchange for exploring these caves, if you will. If you are able to uncover some historical artifacts, some treasures, or even just slay a considerable amount of the creatures within, you will be granted your freedom. If you survive, of course. I guess there's two ways you can get out. You can die, or you could, well, come back with something noteworthy. That's one of the two options. However, we have found that hardly anyone participates, and it kind of defeats the purpose of this prison. So, with that being said, if we can't incentivize, we'll just make you. And therefore, that's why we're drawing lots. We are looking for 4 or 5 more adventurers. Maybe 6, depending. So we'll go ahead and we'll draw lots and see who's going to be going down there first.
Can I interrupt her?
Sure.
I say fuck it, I'll go.
What?
So transform into her.
Well, that was easy. Well, that's 1. So let's go ahead and draw lots for 3 more. And then she, you can see that she has this cup that she pulls out from a pouch at her hip. And you can see that there is a dice that she has in there. She several dice actually. She kind of like looks around and she like counts on it. 1, 2, 3, 8. All right. She throws a dice into the cup and she begins to shake it around, and then she flips it upside down. And then she kind of like looks around at all of you, you know, and then slowly lifts the cup up. And she looks, well, I guess the odds really are not in your favor there, blue hair. That's 2. Shakes the cup again. Lifts it up. Looks around. Says, unlucky for you. She looks directly in front of herself and looks at you, Styx. That's 3. And then shakes one more time. Lifts the cup up and looks at the dice. Well, it's almost as if fate decided this. That's 4. 4 of you.
I'll look at that one and go, I am having 3.
You're having 3.
I looked at that one and said it.
Oh.
Not the lady.
Oh, okay.
I look a little confused.
Well, it seems like the 4 of you will be going down. You'll be the next expedition down there. Isn't that exciting? Try to make it a
It's
little bit
because
entertaining.
I was gonna say it's because Thom volunteered. She didn't roll for Thom.
Oh yeah, Thom immediately volunteered, so she didn't even roll for him.
And Daun is silent because Daun is he's got a ancient reptilian brain.
Well, it seems that all of you get to go down to the depths. Excellent. Let's get you equipped, shall we? And she kind of like swings her finger around. And as she does so, you notice that like it doesn't even require the guards to move you around. It seems like the manacles are kind of like pushing and forcing you around like at her whim. She kind of moves you around like puppets as you're pushed around and coaxed into kind of just like following her as she kind of squeezes past you all, knowing that she can't be touched, and she guides you all around the corridors, all the way up to this location. Allow me to organize your tokens here for a moment. One moment, please. Hey, Brom, get these new adventurers equipped, will you? Oh, and since you've been asking for a while, you dark and handsome, you are one of the chosen. You're the third person chosen for this expedition out of 4. Have fun. And she slips away and just cackles to herself as she makes her way down the hall. And you can see that this guard behind a fence, or a gate, if you will, is looking at you all, and he's kind of perusing through the equipment. You see there's quite a large variety here of swords, bows, spears, javelins, the like, as well as adventuring equipment. You see multiple backpacks lining the shelves behind him, as well as some strange knickknacks that are underneath. They're kind of poking out, like just enough that you can see them from your position. And now, it is at this time that any items that you have added to your inventory on your character sheets, you will have them at this time.
Yay.
Julio and Daddy-O.
Yes.
Give me my fangs.
I will give thanks.
Slide the ring as a necklace over my head.
Alright. And so...
I grab my iron pot.
Okay. Oh, while you're here, there's a little bit of a currency system here. It's a little bit different than gold, but I guess you can measure it just the same way as gold. It's called favor. You want to find out how that works? You all look kind of new here.
Of course.
Alright. Well, you see, there's going to be an arcane... What's the best way of describing it? Scrying put on you. You see, it's kind of how a lot of the prisoners here blow off steam. They like, well, watching the misery of others. So as this scrying orb follows you around, and as you fight down the depths, everyone here topside is going to be able to watch you. And depending on your performance down there, you'll gain favor. Essentially what that means is they vote for who they like, and depending on that, they will grant your entire party a certain amount. So basically, try to put up a good fight, not run. And so, above the board, the depths currency works differently. So this area you can consider kind of home base and shopping and the like. By default, you're going to have your default water skins and rations from your packs that you've selected in your for your inventories. Please note that I have mentioned this in the past, that there would be some campaigns where rations and water would be important. this is one of the campaigns where rations and water will be important. This is going to be very much like a dungeon divey type campaign. Note that every time that you have a long rest, you will be required to have some kind of rations consumed in addition to that. Not having any rations to consume at that time will result in a dice roll that will have a % chance of negative effects when you wake up. Also, if 8 hours were to pass while you're down inside the depths, you will be required to consume rations or otherwise have to do a dice roll to possibly suffer negative effects. I will note periodically how much time you have spent down below. In addition to that, the favor you accumulate, you will have to consider and spend wisely, as you will have to constantly resupply rations in particular, but also to gear yourselves. However, any items that you find down below in the ruins of the depths, you will be able to keep. It will be stored later once you reach topside. So every time you come back to return to the prison or home base, you won't have them while you're in your cell, but you will have them available every time you return back down.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So how often can we come back up here?
You can choose to come back at any time.
Isn't one or two of our party members cannibals anyways? So I propose they don't need their rations, and they can give us to the other party members, and they can just eat the people that we kill down there.
Yeah, well, no, none of
I
you.
mean,
none
it's
of you are
even more
cannibals.
chill than that.
Mhm.
It's even more chill than that, because even though I do have precedent to eat things that are alive until I kill them, I'm also a ranger, so this is going to be just fine. My favorite terrain is Underdark.
Perfect.
Like, we definitely will have an avenue to success pretty much no matter what.
Do they give us any rations to begin with? Because
Yes.
it looks like I have 1 day. Rations, 1 day.
Correct. Yes, they will be giving you additional rations. They will be giving you about 3 days of rations, depending on how long your first expedition will be down there.
It's good.
Yep. So you all can note in your inventories that you have 3 days of rations. All right. And so basically, the way that the favor works, like, as the prisoners kind of watch you and like vote for you. So basically, like, based off of like your performance, or if you do something cool, things like that, you'll get more votes from the prisoners who reside in the depths. And depending on that, will determine how much gold you have. So there's not like a flat amount that like you that you end up getting. Like, there's no preset amount. It's based totally on that. So, like, for example, if you spend a lot of time just kind of fleeing from every fight, this is just an example. When you finally like win a battle, chances are probably not a lot of people will vote on you, so you don't earn as much gold as a reward, or favor as a reward. Or if you decide to take bigger challenges, then you will earn more. So it completely depends on how difficult you make it for yourself, or depending on like what cool things that you decide to do. If, for example, you kind of like try to showboat a little bit when you get a kill, you'll gain more favor that way. That's just kind of like a little explanation as to how that works.
So, you were talking about if we find something interesting enough, we can leave the prison.
Yes.
Do we keep said item?
It depends on what it is.
I am asking question.
Sure.
How often prisoner finds something and leave?
Well,
This ever happened before?
yeah, a few times. I think in total, out of he's kind of like counting on his fingers, out of like the 3,000 that I've seen in my time working here, we've probably had about 100 people leave.
It's good odds.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than just rotting to death here. right.
am satisfied.
All right. Well then, if you're all ready to go, we can have you all transported out of your cell block. You kind of keep hush-hush for the most part on the structure, so you won't be walking out, you'll be teleported out. If you have any more questions or require anything else, now would be the time.
I'm good.
All
Do you got
right.
any gum?
I'm sorry?
Gum.
Not sure what that is. Can you describe it to me?
It's something you put in your mouth and chew. And I just roll my eyes.
That just sounds like food. I gave you rations.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
He gave us
Okay.
3 days.
Gave you 3 days of rations.
I didn't get 3 days worth of rations. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe you should give me some more.
Roll me a deception check.
Yes. I was looking for this. Oh, shoot. This sheet. Oh, I forgot this character doesn't have good deception.
I can just imagine your dice rolls. Oh my! Perfect.
Big mood.
Could I transform into Cassie and tell the guard that I didn't get any rations either?
I mean, you most certainly can try, but he's already sensing that he's being played right now. He's like, listen, I wasn't born yesterday. Listen, 3 days is all you're getting. Try to get something useful down there in the next 3 days. Bye! And, like, 4 red magic circles begin to appear underneath each of you as they expand outwards. And before you know it, blink! You feel that your eyes are going blind from a bright white light followed by masses of technicolor around you. You feel that your proprioception is completely thrown off and your stomachs begin to lurch, feeling somewhat queasy and uncomfortable from the sensation of suddenly being blinked out of existence and suddenly whoop, back into existence. As you can now see that all around you there are many cell grates all around you in an entire circle. You're standing out in the middle of the sands and you can see an enormous hole in the center, almost looking like a maw of sorts, with a elevator apparatus anchored over the top of it. You can hear the cheers of the prisoners around you in every single direction. It's like, yeah, give us a show! And they're just getting riled up and excited, and then they look at all of you, and like some of the ladies of the prison, they look over at you, Thumb, and he's like, he's kind of cute, and like they're looking over at you right now, Cassie, and some of them are like whistling and catcalling to you, and some of them are looking over at you, Sticks. And they're saying, hey, tall, dark, and handsome, try not to die early, will you? And then others are kind of just looking at you right now, Daun, and they're like, who's that lizard guy? It's kind of weird looking. And
Owen just does not react at all.
yeah, he's not even fazed by it. Here, one moment. As you hear the chains of the elevator begin to clamber, as you can hear that the elevator quickly begins to rise. Click, 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 click. It's quite loud. You can hear the sheer weight of the elevator and the force of the actual apparatus itself as it pulls it back up to the surface. And as you hear this, you can hear them chanting again and again. The chants become louder and louder as you can hear it echoing all around you. It's kind of a jarring feeling as you hear depths, 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 and it gets louder and faster until finally you can see that the elevator just poof, rises up, almost floats for a moment from the sheer force of it being pulled upwards. And it's at this point you can see that there is quite a bit of rust, you think at first. Roll me perception checks. Ooh. Oh! All right. And so, all of you notice immediately, on closer inspection, that there are tattered bits of leathers, broken links of chain, broken swords, snapped bows, and the notable scent and appearance of Brown's blood that cake and cover and practically adorn the floor of this elevator, followed by chains that are marked and scratched, bent and warped in places. This elevator has seen better days.
I will say a prayer to the Morrigan, and I will also say aloud, "This be hallowed ground, watered by the blood of those who come before us." And I will give myself vigilant blessing.
Ooh, okay.
So I have advantage on the next initiative.
Ooh, nice. Alright, good stuff. Alright, so Styx has Vigilant Blessing upon him. Will allow me to make a mark. Well, I'll make a mark for you here in just a moment, just so that I can remember that. And so, you make your way over to the elevator. You can feel that the manacles are still pushing you, as if that twisted warden, you're not sure who she was, is still ushering you from some unknown location as you're all pushed onto the elevator, standing in a foursquare, evenly spaced apart, as the elevator suddenly begins to drop. It's at this point that as the elevator begins to drop, you can feel the wind rush past you. It's free falling now at this point. You can feel the manacles begin to release themselves, your hands now free, your will your own. As you are now beginning to fall, you can hear the chain whip and clamber about, sometimes knocking against the sides of the cave walls as you are descending further and further down. As you look down, you can see strange lights below, of reds and greens, blues and teals, of yellows. You're unsure of what waits you down below, but you can't help but feel that as the wind passes your ears, you can hear the faint sounds of wailing and of howling below. And so, you all find yourselves descending into this location. A moment as I change the music. There you go. And as you reach the bottom, right before it feels as if the platform is going to just clash against the ground, shink, it stops part way and begins to slow down quickly. You can hear the screech of metal creak, as you can hear that the chain is trying to resist all the weight and force until it finally slows down right to the bottom. Your elevator stops, and you can see that there is a statue waiting for you. It appears that... Roll me a religion check if you'd like to know more about this statue. Ooh.
Hot damn.
Alright. So, Thumb and Styx. As you look upon the statue, you recognize immediately that this is a statue of Nock. And underneath the statue, there's a plaque that reads, "Bless all those who have found themselves here."
I want to go up to the statue of Nock and just get on my knees in prayer.
Okay. And as you do so, as you get on your knees and pray, you feel that there is a warmth inside of your chest. There appears to be this faint glow that begins to emanate from the statue as it begins to spread across your body as well as the bodies of your allies. You all receive 1 temp HP as you pray at the statue. And so, as you take a look around, you notice something strange. There are stalactites and stalagmites, but there is also quite a bit of fluorescent light, glowing of teals and greens and yellows around you. And there's quite a bit of vegetation, trees, flora and fauna around. You wonder how this is even possible. It seems that there's an entire world underneath here. And as you take a look around, you can see that there isn't anyone around. That there's a stark difference between the platform versus the ground beneath you. It's not bloodied, you don't see any struggles of combat. It's quite clean.
Shall we begin? How visible, how lit up is the place? It looks kind of lit up. Is it pretty easy to see?
It's pretty easy to see the immediate area where you are. However, you travel further out west, it's only bioluminescent, like towards like the river here. So there are quite a few dark areas around you, like especially around your flanks, that will require you to have some kind of light or dark sight. However, there is a chance of light in the center here.
My subclass has a 300-foot dark vision range.
Oh my god, hell yeah.
It's so, I've never seen that before. And then my passive perception for things that might be hidden is 19.
Goddamn.
I took my feat as what do you call? A skilled expert, so I have proficiency and expertise in perception. Which is why I'm getting such high perception numbers.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I can see really fucking far in the dark, too. I figured this would be great for an underground campaign.
Mm-hmm. When I saw that, I think you can also grant it to allies as well, right?
It only lasts for an hour, so I'm going to wait till that's a little more needed.
Okay.
If I give it to my allies.
You got it. As you make your way down here, and as you're kind of looking around at each other, you notice 2 things that stand out in particular. Thom and Cassandra begin to glow.
What is this?
Oh, don't worry. It's just what I do when I get excited for danger.
Is good thing?
It's very good thing.
Sometimes.
I like good things. Who lead the way? Then fine, Sticks will lead the way. I'll pull out my shield and warhammer. I got a cloak that's mostly black, but it has white highlights about it. White and black seems to be the motif. And I wear chainmail underneath my cloak and robes. The robes make me appear a lot bigger than I am because I wear them over the chainmail. But I've got chainmail underneath, so I'll pull out my shield and mace or warhammer and push forward.
All right. So as you all begin to get off the elevator and make your way forward, pushing on, you notice that there are strange lights that begin to kind of move in towards you. You see 4 of them. Strange orbs that glow bright, almost appearing of glass on their surface, and they make a very soft humming sound as they all begin to kind of like circle around your heads, just right above. It's and then they begin to dim and kind of just linger above you.
Wave to the crowd.
Does anyone do anything towards these orbs at this time?
No.
I pull my rapier out and I kind of just hold it out, see if they float on it.
Okay.
Daun will snap at one with his teeth.
All right.
I will cast Thaumaturgy, a cantrip, and have the shadows darken around me
Ooh.
and make my voice boom a little bit more when I talk.
Ooh, love that. Okay. All right. Now the floor is all yours. The map is now active.
So, what were the things that were floating towards us? What happened with those?
The warden mentioned that prior. That well, no, not the warden. Brom, one of the shopkeepers and guards at the prison, mentioned it. Essentially, what those are essentially like scrying orbs. They work like so for real life. They're essentially cameras that float around and follow, and the prisoners of the depths can watch from them. Basically, they're watching people go down on these expeditions for their own entertainment. And depending on your performance, basically like how hard you fight, or like if you do something cool, things like that. Basically, if you put on a show for them, it will increase favor, which will basically determine the amount of rewards you get at the end of each expedition. So, for example, if you spend a lot of time running around, running away, and trying to avoid conflict, and showing cowardice, for example, that you'll gain less favor. Vice versa, if you're like kind of showboating for the crowd, so to speak, or like taking on big challenges and fighting for your lives, all that good stuff, it will increase the amount of favor, essentially votes from the prisoners. So basically, you're gaining respect from them. Yeah. Yeah, it's Gladiator, exactly.
Shall I begin, Capua?
I gesture with my hand like, please do. Like letting you go.
I'm gonna go forward, man. Let's do this.
All right. Map is active.
Speed run time.
That's just me. I'm gonna come around this corner, and then I'll make a perception. Hopefully, nothing bad happens.
Okay.
I'm following y'all. I just can't move the token, so
Oh, that's okay.
we're chilling.
I got you.
I'm gonna take a little reflexive dip into this water.
Nice. You dip into the water. It feels cool. It's odd. It feels like it's just a normal river. However, as you dip in and as you step out, you begin to glow brighter and brighter. There is a bioluminescent glow of teal on your body now.
Well, shit. That's fine.
When we are passing, can I stab my rapier in the water? See if that is down there.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me a. You can go ahead and stab your rapier in there, but roll me a perception check, because you're basically like prodding it like a stick.
Oh.
Ooh, okay, nice. So you're trying to observe if anything is down there, like in the bush around.
I need to just pull the bioluminescent things onto the sword.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. So you see some glowing mushrooms beside you, and you kind of stab your rapier into it, and you pull it back, and you see that there is a luminescent glow on your rapier now. It radiates about 5 feet. You have about 5 feet of light now on your rapier.
Okay.
Okay. And with you said you were doing a perception check here, Styx?
Yeah. Sure.
I don't see perception check on here.
I haven't rolled it yet. I was waiting for you to
Oh, okay. My bad.
say go.
All right. Ooh. Okay. With that perception check, as you kind of observe your surroundings, you don't see anyone, but you feel someone close by, or some things nearby. You can see that over here in particular, there seems to be a disturbance in the brush, like something's kind of moving unnaturally in there.
Sorry, I didn't have what part of the brush?
Right about here.
I will wait for the group to get up to me, and then when they get to me, I will say there is something ahead. I do not know what.
Let's go poke it.
Down will go.
I'm gonna roll a stealth check. Oh, fuck it.
Oh.
Great.
All right. Does anyone else try to sneak up on them?
I'm
That's
just
pretty-
going to kind of hang back and see what happens.
Yeah,
Oops.
great.
All right. And so, as your lister friend walks up, down, you make your way down the slopes, and like you're kind of like just carefully like tiptoeing, and you make decent headway, and then all of a sudden, snap, your foot lands on a branch and snaps it clean and loudly. And now the disturbance in the brush begins to grow louder and louder. It seems that something is riled up inside of these brushes. As now you can kind of hear like the skittering now in the trees here, and the trees here, and the trees here, and the trees here, as well as one that's beginning to approach you quickly here. Roll me a wisdom save.
Wisdom
I'm
save.
Move up next to Devil.
Ooh,
How do we feel about that?
nice. That's very good. All right, good stuff. And so, as the disturbance in the forest around you begins to grow louder and louder, you can see that slowly, on all fours, these strange creatures begin to crawl out, pale of skin, bones protruding slightly to the skin. It almost looks like it's going to burst out from them. Bald heads and eyes glaring of bloodlust. Maws snarling. They begin to approach. And so, the wheels of fate turn once again. Please roll me initiative. The first initiative of this campaign.
Oops.
Rolling.
Did I roll?
You get to roll at advantage.
I rolled. Yeah. I was seeing if it rolled with advantage, but it didn't.
Okay. Sticks rolled 12. Thumb rolled. Oops. Thumb rolled 15. Okay. And one moment as I flip you all over to this encounter map. Pop. Okay, can you all still see initiative?
No, sir.
I can't see it at all.
Oh. Here's
The turn order is just empty.
It is a blank
Yeah.
box.
Oh yeah, I was having this issue with the peaks earlier today as well. Let me go ahead and redo
Because our
it.
tokens are on.
Yeah, that's probably the reason why.
We have to roll once you put us on the page. By the way, I love this. It's really pretty.
Thank you.
Maps for this campaign are very nice.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, I wanted to
Wait
make
till we
sure I
get
did
to the-
something. Mhm.
Underground rock maps of which way to go and backtracking and with level 4 deep, you know what I mean?
Yeah, when I start jaquaying the fucking maps. Let's see. Where is... Okay, it's 15. Sticks rolled 12. And they've rolled... Oh, here, maybe I should put it on this one. Yeah. 14. All right.
Right.
And are you all able to see turn order now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All good.
All right. And let us begin. First combat of the campaign. Down. You're being surrounded by these strange unknown creatures, disturbing in appearance. What do you do?
Dowlin is just going to snarl, and then he's just going to hold his action for the first one in range, and then he's going to attack that one.
Okay, you got it. Thumb, you're up.
Give me 1 second.
No problem. Okay, so you're readying your action with your rapier, waiting until someone tries to attack or gets in range. Got it. All right. And now, it's their turn. As one begins to move forward, and the next dashes. In front of you, you can roll your attack at this time here, down.
Okay. // 13.
13, that hits.
Okay. It's going to be... Let me just do this real quick. Plus 2. Yeah. 4.
Okay. And that will deal 4 damage to him. Nice.
Hello?
Hi.
Am I back?
Yep, you're back.
Oh my lord, that was not cool.
Where did you go?
My internet DC'd for
okay.
for reasons.
No.
Yeah, right.
Oh, by the way, can you all tell me your total HP, starting with that one?
13.
We get the +1 as well too, right? So it's
Yep.
+1.
Correct. Okay, so sorry, how much down?
It's a 13 and 14 with 10.
Okay, got it. Please note your temp. I will not be putting that down on the board. Cassie.
15, it's 14 normally, and then 11 are AC.
Oh, okay, got you. Please note your 14. Or not 14, please note your 15 with the temp HP. Up.
Okay.
Okay, and Thumb. Okay, got you. 9. Alright, and Sticks.
I have 9 HP, 10 with temporary. My AC is 18.
Okay, you got it. Alright. And so the Dreadstalkers dash for their turn, and they have now closed in. Also, Thumb, this one moved in range of you while you had your ready action with your rapier. You can attack it at this time. Ooh, that misses unfortunately. As you swing your rapier out, it dashes backwards before closing back in, nimble on its hands and feet. Styx, you're up.
Damn, if you would have damaged him, I could have reacted on it. Because I have a spell I want to use. So somebody damage someone.
I will look at 3 of them, and I'll say, "May the crone curse you all." And I'll cast Bane.
Ooh.
They need to make Charisma 15 saving throws.
Okay. All of them have to make 15?
I can only hit 3 targets, so I'm gonna get did one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get 2 of the fresh ones, so this one and this one. But they all gotta roll saves, so
Okay.
DC 15 Charisma. They don't look very charismatic to me.
No. They all fail their charisma saves. What happens to them?
They suffer basically a reverse. Damn it! There it is. A reverse. What do you call? Bless. They are negative 1d4 to their attacks and saving throws.
Oh, okay. Got you. So all of them are taking negative d4 to...
Their attack rolls and their saving throws.
Got you. Ooh, that's big.
And
All
I'm
right.
concentrating.
Okay.
That is all I can do.
All right. Got it. And that doesn't cause damage, correct? It's just a debuff?
It does not cause damage, it's just a debuff.
Okay, got you. Cassie, you won't be able to use Blood Curse of Exposure just yet. It has to be damage that's applied, not a magical effect. Your time will come.
I thought when it said spell, attacker spell, they can spell could be.
Yeah, it specifically has to be. They have to take damage from that attacker spell. But speaking of which, it's your go.
Okay. Oh, I should probably save that one too. This one.
Ooh, nice.
Just green fucking lightning on that thing.
Show off.
And you see as Cassie, she takes a deep breath, you can see as her chest like expands before she just like breathes, almost like a roar, as arcs of electricity spew from her mouth in a cone, or not a cone, rather a beam at this one in particular, causing a shock as it now takes full lightning damage. It takes 8 lightning damage. It kind of like it recoils and kind of like rolls on the ground as its muscles tense up from the shock. Nice. All right. Nice. Would you like to move at this time?
It goes in a straight line. Can she get more than one target?
Oh, yes, technically she can. Here, let me roll for another one. Okay, that one succeeds, but it takes 4 lightning damage from that attack. Nice, good call.
I don't really care.
Alright. Nice damage. Alright. Down.
Is it my turn or is it their turn?
They had their turn earlier. It's top of the turn order again.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I'm going to. Yeah.
So, my breath weapon is not an attack then?
No, your breath weapon is it costs an action to cast it. So
No,
It's
what I'm
a-
saying is for wording. I'm trying to figure out how that reaction works then, because I'm not understanding attack works.
Oh, are you talking about for the exposure?
Or sorry, yeah.
Yes,
Is it-
it's let's see, I think it's an action.
Well,
Oh, it's a
It was
reaction.
a reaction. That's why I was saying that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can use it to react on others.
Yeah, correct. So on another person's turn, when they do damage with an attack or spell, you can use your reaction if they're within 30 feet to apply the Blood Curse of Exposure.
that's gonna be a miss.
Level 1. Level 1.
one.
I'm gonna use Hungry Jaws.
Like it's
That's
fine.
a special attack that I can do once per long rest. And if this hits, it didn't.
It did not hit.
Unless a 10 hit,
Oh,
F.
you get. That's cool.
waste
though.
a turn.
Yeah, right?
Oh yeah. No, I wasn't just playing a cannibal. This is mechanical.
He's a mechanical cannibal.
Yeah.
That's so sick, actually. Alright. And so, swipe, chomp. You try to reach out for it. It quickly, like, dodges out of the way. It's doing these strange movements, tumbling on the ground almost. It looks like it's falling, but it's moving intentionally with each of your attacks. Alright. Thom, you're up. Ooh!
I'm gonna try and stab the dude closest to me right through the eye.
Go for it.
Nice.
Roll me your damage.
Nice. Why are you really gonna make me roll a 3 and then a 6?
Let's deal with it.
It just be like that sometimes. I swear, you have like the worst luck with hand axes.
I don't really do that.
They're my fate.
Aww.
Oh no, yeah, that didn't display correctly.
Yeah.
Did it?
Still like fudge. On the advanced dice roll.
Let's see. I could try rolling it for you if you like.
Sure.
Okay. So let's see. It's a rapier. I believe it's a dex weapon. What's your dex modifier?
3.
3. 3 plus 2. Okay, so it's still plus 5 for the damage modifier, right? Is that correct, or is it just plus 3?
Plus 3.
Plus 3. Okay. So plus 3. So it's, what is it again? 1d6 plus 3, or is it 1d8 plus 3 for rapier?
1d8 plus 3 piercing.
Got you. Thank you. 1d8 plus 3. Nice for 10 damage as you lunge your rapier forward and perfectly right through the eye. You bury it into his skull as you like kind of tilt the rapier upwards, lifting him up into the air, kind of just like parading his corpse around. And this one is dead. Blah.
I'm gonna do one more to see if the Unchained worked. So don't even. Perfect. There goes again. Okay.
Okay. What was that? What was the second roll?
No. I was testing it to see if I got the.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, it works now. Let me check it. Yep. That's good. Sweet. Alright. And now, it's the Dreadstalker's turn. As it now begins to hone in on you. They begin to surround.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
3 of them are going to focus on you here. Down.
Mm-hmm.
As they go 1, 2, and 3. They swipe out at you with their jaws. Bite.
One of those is negative D4 to its attack.
Oh, you're right. I'll do that
Should be
for...
homeboy up here
yeah.
or somebody.
Ooh, interesting. Here, hold on. Let me go ahead and roll a D4 then. He rolls a 1. Well, shit. So this one misses for sure. These other 2 here, does 14 beat your armor class?
Nope. My armor class is 17.
Okay, so those all miss. Another one here is going to run past you here, down, and he's going to focus on Cassie here, and he's going to go ahead and roll. Pop. Never mind. He's not going to hit you at all. Sticks, it's your go.
gee. Oh, no. I do remember. A little bit, yes, baby. I am going to move up there to help out Daum, and I'm going to swing on this wounded one right here.
Alright. Show me your moves.
They're just cleric moves, but let's see what we got.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Yeah. The Cleric Redemption Arc?
For 4 damage.
That's okay. Some is better than none. As you take your Warhammer, it scrapes against the ground, moving earth as it kicks dirt up into the air before, BAM! You uppercut him in the jaw with your heavy metal Warhammer for 4 bludgeoning damage. Nice. Alright. Would you like to do anything else?
That's all I got.
Okay. Cassie, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do my breath of fire again for the line of people in front of me here. So just shooting forward that way.
You won't be able to do that again. So I think normally it's after a short rest you can do it again. But what I like to do, and we do this in Shad's campaign as well, is you can roll a d6, and if you roll a 5 or a 6, it resets your breath weapon, so you can use it again.
Oh, okay, I see it now. You can't use it again until complete short run. Why is that always at the end? Like,
Yeah, I know, right?
All the others done.
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry, you're saying I can roll.
So we can do a little bit of a homebrew change. You can roll a d6, and if you roll a 5 or a 6, it resets your breath weapon, so you can use it again. So you have a 33% chance of being able to use the breath weapon again.
D6, you said?
Yep, d6. Ooh,
Woo!
unfortunate.
Yes.
Yeah, so you remember to do that at the beginning of each of your rounds to see if you can reset your breath weapon.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Then we will go ahead and do unarmed strike. Let's see.
Wait, nobody's armed?
No, you're all armed. You all got your equipment from Brom.
Oh, okay, no, I got head stupid for a second.
Oh. You good, dude? That vodka treats you nicely?
You didn't even hear me complaining about it earlier.
Yeah, I know. I heard you complaining about it earlier, but I didn't realize it was that rough.
Well, life is pain, but no, I wasn't. My head was just trying to figure out why in the PHB Dragonborn is like 5 races in and not before dwarf, because screw the alphabet, you know?
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the monster manual, like a lot of that stuff isn't really in like alphabetical order either.
Well, at least the monster manual is in categorical order.
Yeah, you know, that's true. Let's see. Unfortunately, Cassie, that misses as you reach your fist out, and like it like kind of flicks your hand away with the back of its hand. All right, down.
Okay, let's do this one more time.
And he's going to swing on this guy up here with his regular attack. Hold on, I have to find out which browser has my character sheet. I have 3 open right now. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay, that definitely does hit. Roll me the damaggio.
See, it was supposed to do it automagically. I'll just do it like this. Select on. 6 2. We got 5.
Okay.
And I'm going to. This is why I wanted to play Lizard Man for the longest time. Is I can bite as a bonus action. Except I botched, you know.
Yeah.
Cool.
You hit him with the hand action. He spins, and while he's in his spin, you try to chomp on his shoulder, but he spins too fast, and the shoulder glances off of your maw, kind of knocking your head to the side.
Stop moving, I am hungry.
All right, Thumb, you're up.
I'm going to move to Down's left.
Okay.
And then
Like right about here, do you think?
yeah.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna try and stab this one in the other eye.
Alright. And for 7 piercing damage, you lunge your rapier again with poise. Swoop! You poke it right through the eye. Swift and clean. As this one is now dead. Blech. Alright. Nice. And now, it's the Dreadstalker's turn. So this one, nearly at an inch of its life, it clambers back up to its feet. It stands on its hind legs, its arms draped to its side. You can see that its neck disjoints itself, its mouth pointing up towards the ceiling, and it just yells, "Rah!" Now everyone, roll me wisdom saving throws.
I think your mic peaked because it sounded like you said he goes.
Yeah, he goes hit. Yeah, no, yeah. My mic peaked as I was like screaming. Like that's just how loud I was from over there. That was pretty wild. All right. Ooh, okay. So Thom and Styx, you are now frightened against this target. You will now attack this target at disadvantage. In addition, hold on, let me go ahead and mark you guys as well. In addition, as this happens, you feel a strange sense of fear and dread quell within your hearts. As this happens, you can hear the rustling of something else coming from every direction from the tree lines. Alright. Styx, it's your go.
Oh, shit. I am attacking this one.
Alright. Test your might. Ooh, that hits.
Oh, sounds like crunched to me. For 9 smacking damage.
Nice, as you take your warhammer flump, from top to bottom, straight down, right over his skull, burying his face into the ground for 9 bludgeoning damage. That one is bloodied.
Hey, real quick.
Yep.
Isn't supposed to roll disadvantage for your attacks?
Disadvantage to attacks against this one in particular. I'll go ahead and I'll mark it. Yeah.
I didn't see his timer. Not on.
Yep.
That's all I got. No bonus actions.
Okay.
Level 1, baby.
Level 1. Alrighty. Okay. And so, next. Cassie, what do you do?
First, always checking. Woo, fun. I'll go ahead and use. Wait, what am I gonna do? I'll attack the guy in front of me. And. Where's my. Rolling. Double bladed scimitar.
Okay.
That sounds cool.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah.
That hits.
Let's go ahead and do the damage.
Oh, wait, hold up.
No?
Oh, wait, no, you're good, you're good. Sorry, I was
Okay.
I misread it. Show me your damage. Oh, that's not damage.
No, that was waiting for the damage. That seems to come up faster than the damage.
Oh,
So.
okay. Nice. For 9 slashing damage, as you slash it across the face, a gigantic gash from eye to cheek. It falls to the ground. This one is dead. Alright. Next. Down.
Okay, this homeboy up here is going to be my lunch. Hiya!
Ooh, nice. That definitely
Okay.
hits. Munch on
Why
him.
isn't it rolling the damage? It's set up to.
Weird.
Let me just do this. See if this. Nope, that still didn't work. Okay. Just gonna type it in. Nope, nope, that's
Oh
not it.
yeah, that's definitely not it. Yeah.
Let me try that again. The less.
What are you talking about? That totally hits.
I think I need to be a lizard
we go.
man.
Yeah, right. Just a full team of lizardmen. Oh my god, for max. Okay, so what is that? Is it half that damage is temp HP or the full?
No, this is not Hungry Jaws. I can only do Hungry Jaws once per day. This is
Oh.
my racial ability to bite instead of using an armed strike.
Ooh, okay. Dude, Lizardman is actually cool. Alright, nice. And so you go ahead and you strike at him with your mop. Much! As you take a bite out of his arm. Severing...
Take a bite out of Chrome.
Yeah, severing his shoulder from his forearm. And this one is dead.
Okay, now I still have my bonus action, and I'm gonna bite with the bonus, which will just be a 1d6 if I don't, you know, if I hit ever.
It'd be like that.
I see you there.
Well,
Advantage.
yeah, that advantage, nat 20, unfortunate. So
Just disrespect.
yeah.
Nothing but disrespect.
Unfortunately, the next one misses, as your maw is far too slippery with the blood of your previous enemy and slips right off of his body. Alright. Thom, you're up.
Which... So the one on the other side of him is still alive?
Yep, this one here is still alive.
Is it looking bloodied, or...
He is unharmed.
Oh, okay, I just didn't see the bar. Okay.
No bar means no damage taken.
Okay, cool. Then... Let's go... around and hit that boy.
Alright, that definitely hits for 9. Well, wait, you have to make your way around? Here, let me move you.
Yeah, yeah.
Get my way.
Are you trying to stand right about here?
Sure.
Okay. If you need me to move your token, just let me know.
Yeah, no, you're chilling.
Okay. And you strike him out for 9 piercing damage. Sweet. Quick precision, surgical even. As you tear right through these enemies.
I'm a fucking surgeon with this shotgun.
Yeah, right?
I love that line.
That line is so good. Alright. And now it's the Dreadstalker's turn. This one here is going to attempt to strike out at you here. Whoop. Never mind, he's gonna go fuck himself. And then, suddenly, from the shadows, from the tree line itself, swip! You see that another one comes out. And then, swip! Another one. You see that there are multiple coming from through the trees, closing in around you once again.
Would have cast Bliss instead.
And there we go. I will go ahead and delete the previous ones from the board and re-add them back to the turn order. Alright. Okay. And that was their turn. Styx, it's your go.
Try to take out the one that's wounded right next to me.
Okay.
Yeah, keep those rolls up. For 6 damage.
Alright. Gotcha. Nice. As you take your warhammer, swamp right across his temple, spins his head, you can hear crack as you snap its neck and it falls into a heap. Good stuff. That one is dead. Alright. And it's at this time, anyone who is proficient at history checks may roll them at this time.
Sweet.
Gonna be a big
I'm
fat
not only
no.
proficient, but I have advantage, so can I roll at advantage?
Sure. You may roll at advantage. I still have to remember to get the elevator music for you and Dree whenever you guys make your rolls.
I mean, honestly, I probably just have to close it and reopen it. Maybe like a picture might make it work.
Maybe. It's worth a try. Okay.
Yeah.
With that history check of 15, after you've fought these creatures for a while, you actually begin to recognize what they are. You've at least read about them before in books. These are Dreadstalkers. When they are put under threat and go below 25% HP, they will have a special ability that will allow them to scream and force those around them into a frenzy or into fear. This also calls other Dreadstalkers to their location. They feed and gather around those who fear, those who are afraid. And that's what you know with that history check.
Don't let them scream. Cut off their heads. Like that.
Okay. And Styx. It's your go. Oh wait. No wait, Styx went, right? And then okay. Alright.
Yes, 6 months then we did the history check.
It's your go, Cassie. Ooh, nice, your breath weapon is recharged.
Woo! Okay. Wait. But when they say area, like if I shoot this, will it also get the guy to the left and right, or is it what will it do?
So it's
I
5
think
feet.
it's 5 feet. Sorry, go ahead, pursue.
Oh, it's okay. It's 5 feet wide and 30 feet long. So, like, there is a way that you can hit this one and this one. If you position yourself a little bit more to the left, you'll be able to hit both of them.
So definitely not this guy to the above it. So I could just hit two.
Yeah. However, if you wanted to hit this one and this one, you could position yourself right here on this square, and you'd be able to hit 2 of them. Hitting all 3 of them would be kind of a difficult shot, though.
Hit your friends.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good spot too.
Yeah.
Well, you'd hit Dawoon and Thom with that one. That one's a little bit better. But right there, you'd hit Dawoon and Thom.
Yeah. I think I'll just go for going for these 2.
Okay.
It should still be. Why does that keep going? Oops. Yeah, still good. Okay.
Alright.
Rolling. Where is it? Rolling.
Bzz.
There's someone talking on their ham radio, and I can tell because I hear it coming in through my headphones.
You use your action to exhale destructive energy. And you use your breath.
Nice. They both fail. As arcs of
Lovely.
lightning cross through the sky. Bzz. The force splitting the air as they each take 7 lightning damage. Bzz. And nice. Love it. There you go. Alright. And so that was your action and your movement, and I believe you don't have a bonus action to use yet.
No.
Alright. Daun.
Yes. That one's going to wrong cursor. Then take a step to the right, and he's going to swing on this hurt boy.
Okay.
Let's see if it works. Still not
My
rolling damage for it.
That unfortunately misses.
All right, and I'm just gonna do my bonus action to bite.
Much. That hits.
Hey. 3 damage.
Ooh, just perfect. Okay. That's just enough. If you take a bite out of its head, you literally bite its head off. Munch. It tastes disgusting.
Swallow it anyway.
Yeah.
Like a... no, because it was a bonus action. I was basically 2-weapon fighting.
Oh, so that does mean I have that. I was going to ask. Under my bonus actions, it says actions in combat 2 weapon fighting.
Sorry, repeat that one more time.
Me?
Yeah, Cassie?
Yeah, under my bonus actions, it says 2-handed 2-weapon fighting.
Yeah, so basically what that means is if you have 2 different weapons, for example, like 2 daggers, or in this case, 2 different types of attacks, that's an action, and then the other one is a bonus action, that counts as 2-weapon fighting. So it'll require you to either dual wield or have 2 different types of attacks that are costing an action and a bonus action in order to do so. But the easiest one is dual wielding.
Is your double-bladed scimitar a two-handed weapon or a one-handed weapon?
That's what I was about to ask. I was like, so my double-bladed scimitar is a 2-handed.
Oh, okay.
So if you read your double-handed scimitar, at the end of it, it says, as a bonus action, you can take a quick swipe, and that swipe does 1d4 damage, and you still get your modifier to that swipe, where you would not with 2-weapon fighting. It's kind of a neat little weapon.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that weapon before. It was pretty cool.
That's sweet. What?
If you attack with double blade scimitar as your attack action, which you normally would do, you can, as a bonus action, immediately make a melee attack with it. This one does 1d4 damage instead of 2d4. So you do a big swipe with it, 2d4, then you follow up with a little baby swipe of 1d4 if you don't want to use your bonus action for something else.
Got it. Okay.
Ooh, that's big. Okay, good call.
Yeah, that's
Thank
cool.
you. Yeah, I've never seen that weapon before. This is so sick.
I looked at it and it looked like it would fit her as a character, and it just kind of looked cool. So I was like, all right, because it gave it to me as an option to take it. So
Yeah, if it was a one-handed weapon, that thing would be overpowered as hell.
Imagine dual wielding 2 double-bladed scimitars.
That's what I'm saying, man. Some people be doing some crazy stuff.
All right. Down. That was your turn. It is Stomp's turn.
Alright, so I'm going to stab the one right in front of me. So, get that.
Is our fear gone now that the guy that caused it is dead?
That is correct. You no longer are under the effects of frightened.
Perfect. Does a 15 hit?
15 does hit.
Okay. Perfect. He's gonna get 4, and then to sticks, I'm going to.
Ooh, nice.
Then I'm gonna end my turn.
Nice. So did you hit the one to your north or to the east?
North.
North? Got it. Alright. And he takes that damage, that sweet, sweet piercing damage. And you sing a beautiful tune to your ally behind you, gracing him with bardic inspiration. You get a d4 now. Alright. And now it's the Dreadstalker's turn, as they begin to close in. 2 and 2. They decide to attack you, and decide to attack you. One moment. So first, for down. Wham! Wham! Alright, does an 18 beat your armor class?
18 does beat my armor class.
Okay. And then next for Thom. Wham! Wham! Does a 12 beat your armor class? Thom.
It does not.
Okay. What about an 18?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so one hit for each of you. Boom, 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 boom. As it hits you both. Munch. Munch. Down, you take 4 damage, and Thom, you take 3. Man, that's gonna be really hard saying your names back to back. Daum and Thom.
It's kind of pronounced Tom, but
Oh, okay, my bad, Tom.
Okay.
Alright.
might make it a little easier.
Okay, it's not. I'm at 10 then. Because the 1 temporary HP.
Oh, you're right, you're right. Okay, so I need to give you one more as well here. I keep wanting to, like, I'm trying to resist calling you Kelsier. Alright. And here we go. It is now Stick's turn.
Hey, I got that bardic inspiration.
Hell yeah.
I was inspired through stirring words of music. What are those stirring words of music? I'm just curious what that sounds like, Tom. I'm kidding. Oh, sing me a song, brother.
Yeah, sing that song
imagine-
you always sing.
Imagine the chest opening little thing you get in Zelda. It's gonna be that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attack this guy. I'm gonna wait to see if I need my inspiration. Looks like I don't. I'm gonna keep it.
Okay.
And I'll whack this dude for that much damage.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna eat probably at work. I'm alright. Thanks for asking.
First one shot of the campaign, let's go, as you take your warhammer and clunk cave his head right in. There's a large square indent where his skull used to be, as this one is dead. Bleh. Nice. Good damage. Alright. Next, Cassie.
Okay. Just kidding. Okay. I'm gonna go over here to this guy.
Okay.
And this one right here.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go and use my double blade. Rolling.
Rolling, rolling, rolling.
Come on!
Ooh, that hits.
Okay.
Yeah!
Yeah,
Just turning
boy.
into Ferdurst.
Yeah, right?
That's the song he was singing.
This the best music.
I love to hate his music. Genuinely brings me joy.
Yeah.
My music is just gonna be the fucking Rick roll.
Oh, I unironically love that song. No
Yeah.
shame on me.
That's a great song.
All right. And so, with ease, you slice forward, slip, as you slice its head clean off of its body. This one is dead. Nice.
Nice.
All right. Would you like to do anything else at this time?
Let me check my stuff here. Actions. No, I am good.
Alright, you got it. Down.
Alright. Time to hurt dudes. Finally.
Yep, that hits. Yes, the hand axe curse has been broken!
Heck.
Fuck!
Oh, has it? Has it? Has it really?
Never mind.
Oh,
It hits as you whip. You land your hand axe straight into its shoulder, burying it into it. Well, you follow it up with a bite, a bit of a munch, and the munch hits as you take your maw and munch. That's about as much damage as a raccoon does when it bites. For total 4 damage. I'm sorry. That was a little mean,
That's
but we
great.
have a raccoon in the peaks, and mechanically, it has a decent to hit with a +5, but it can only ever do 1 damage with its bite ever. So I just thought that was kind of funny.
For sure. Oh, I love it when the dice hate me.
It is entertaining when it happens. All right. And next, down. Or sorry, Tom.
It's happening already.
Gonna hit this little boy.
Yeah, fuck him up. As you pierce, damn, dude, actually putting down some crazy ass damage here.
Max
Now
damage.
I'm gonna stab him through the eyes, like right in the middle.
All right, and your rapier lunges straight between the eyes. You can feel the rapier pierce clean right through his skull, and then right between the two sides of his brain, like a skewer. And now, this one is dead. Blap. All right, one more. It's the Dreadstalker's turn. It begins to take its hands out, and claws slowly begin to erupt from its fingers. As it now swipes at you here. Twice. Swip, swip. Whip, whip. Does a 16 beat your armor class?
Okay. No. 17 and up, though.
Does a 19 beat your armor class?
Yeah.
Alright. It's gonna go ahead and slice at you here. Swip. Oh, unlucky. For one damage.
This is
You know
karma.
what? You know what? Thanks, dice.
And now, Styx, it's your go.
Fear not, scaly one. Styx is come.
Ooh, that hits. Come on. Oh, perfect! Just enough damage. As you take your warhammer, and with all your might, whoop, you bash your divine intervention into his skull straight into the ground, and it is buried into the earth below. And this one is dead. Very nice. One moment as I change music. And so, sorry, go ahead.
I'm thinking, as we stand over their dead corpses, I'm thinking perhaps when these things kill something, they drag bodies away. Perhaps those bodies might have loot. A search area.
Ooh, good call. All right. Everyone who is currently searching the immediate area, roll me investigation checks. Also, congratulations, you have now hit level 2.
Yay! I have proficiency and advantage, so can I do that?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So
What
those
did you roll? Investigation?
those advantages you have are when you're dealing with Fae, Celestial, Fiends, and Undead, because you're a Blood Hunter. You're specialized against those, and I think these things might qualify as one of those. So
That is correct.
Are they... Okay.
Ooh. So, yep.
Could I sub?
118. Sorry, go ahead.
Could I sub survival for investigation?
Yes, you can sub survival for investigation here.
Okay.
I like
So we can roll investigation or survival?
That is correct.
Perfect.
Okay. And as you all are kind of searching your surroundings and doing a little bit of looting and investigation here, you notice that the orbs that have been following you are now beginning to glow bright, almost like as if they're putting a spotlight on you, as they're kind of like panning around each of you. All right.
I take a big flourish of a bow.
All right.
I throw a rock at mine.
All right. Ooh, these are really good survival checks. And an investigation, 18s, 14s, 22. Yeah. So you all are able to find something as you're kind of searching around. The immediate Dreadstalkers, they don't have any loot on them. But as you look around, you can see that the area that seems bright and vibrant around you is not such paradise, as you can now, on closer inspection, see that there are drag marks that are going in every which direction. Specifically, drag marks here, drag marks leading to here, and drag marks leading all the way up over here.
Okay. I'm Mad Dash, and I'm going to the marks
Real
over here.
quick,
Mhm.
do we get, it's after a long rest, we get the level 2?
That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Keep in mind
I
that you
will,
have 3 days of rations.
I
Sorry,
will
go ahead.
cast a ritual detect magic, so it takes me 10 minutes, and then I'll go over those areas just to make sure nothing's buried. I think it goes through like 3 foot of earth or wood or something.
You got it. And so...
I'm gonna follow Cassie.
Okay. So Cassie, at this first location, you see that the Dreadstalkers have been gathering some goods here. They have them arranged in kind of a strange manner. It's almost as if they've like tried to create like kind of like a campsite, and it looks like they've kind of posted up like dummies, so to speak, to make it look like from a distance that there are adventurers here. It seems that they've developed bait, but the bait is made out of certain gear. It seems that there seems to be leather hide armor. It seems that there is some chainmail here, as well as several different martial weapons. You can see that there's some short swords, some long swords. There seems to be one great sword among the weapons that are strewn about here, as well as a quarterstaff.
Okay. Well, of course I want to just take it all. I guess I will share with my party.
You're casting a ritual spell for 10 minutes. Let me find my character sheet proper.
Okay. And I'm sorry, Cassie, what were you saying?
I gather everything and I'll bring it back to my party.
Okay. You got it. Okay. And then there's 2 more locations. Drag marks leading here and drag marks leading here. That's always a test that we end up doing when one person finds loot to see whether or not they bring it back and share with the party. Feels good. Congratulations!
Can I go for the second one?
All right.
And I assume, Star, you follow me again? Because I know you can't physically follow me.
Yep.
Okay. He follows you with, and you can see over here that there appears to be some more loot that they've been stashing. It seems like most of it they've been collecting from other adventurers who've come down here, and have been using it as bait. You can see that here there is about another day's worth of rations, as well as several different potions. It looks like there's about 4 potions of healing here.
Nice.
Mm.
Okay. I'm gonna go back, drop it off to my party, and we can decide later how to divvy up. Beeline it to the last little thingy over here.
Okay. And as you make your way over to this last location, you notice something quite disturbing in this last location. As you kind of like push past the brush, this brush is much thicker, but as you get closer, you can see that there's some kind of clearing that's been kind of cleared through by snapping the roots of different flora and fauna, of kind of breaking trees away to clear enough space to have a space to reside in. And you can see that there are several humanoid figures hanging from the trees. Some of them have strips of flesh missing from their sides, from their legs. Some of them have missing limbs altogether. And all of them, roll me perception checks.
You found the fridge.
You said everyone roll perception?
The ones that are there currently checking this brush.
Rolling.
Ooh.
I didn't mean to roll that. Hold on.
It's okay.
It's to tap little things.
It was a flat d20 because you don't have any modifiers, so it's a 16 anyway. So Cassie doesn't notice this. She's kind of distraught by the scene. It's quite disturbing. However, Tom, you do notice that all of these individuals hanging from these trees are breathing. They're breathing, and as Cassie gets close to one of them, the leg kind of just like shakes, and you can hear and like from one bloodied eye and one gouged eye, an open socket visible. You can hear this individual kind of say, "Help me."
Nothing, Tom? Okay, I'm just gonna wander back because I didn't notice anything.
I'm gonna point it out to her. I'm gonna point it out
Oh,
to
you
you.
are? Okay. Point it out to me.
Hey, they're
Later on.
Like, how many are there?
There's about 5 of them hanging from these trees.
Can we take? Let's see. Can we? Oh wait, what do you have as far as? Because I was thinking we could either shoot something to cut them down, or how high up are they?
They're about 20 feet up.
Okay, yeah. So we have to shoot.
I just have a knife.
Okay.
Okay, Dawn has a longbow.
Okay, so we're gonna go back and tell the party.
Okay.
I come back in horror and shaking, like, you won't believe what's over there. You have to come quickly.
Doop to do. Am I still ritual?
Yeah, you're still
magicking?
You gotta stay in the ritual.
Yeah, I don't want to break it.
Okay. Your ritual magic is almost complete, and then all the items that she brought over to you, you'll be able to identify all of them and whether or not they're magic.
All right.
All right. And
So
let's...
Daun sees this sight, and you see this look run across his head.
Oh, interesting. Let's create one of the following items. Oh, okay. I see where you're going.
I mean, it doesn't apply to this situation. He's thinking about being hungry. But anyway, yeah, he is gonna take a crack at him with a longbow.
Okay.
Which I do not have prepared.
So you're gonna go ahead and try shooting them down?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So there's 5 of them total. Do you want to try one shot and see how it goes?
I do have a crossbow as well, too.
Ooh, okay. All right. So for the three of you, any of you who have ranged weapons, you may roll them at this time to try and shoot them down.
Sweet.
Actually, you know what? Hold on.
Too bad, like, my breath
Maybe
of fire, I couldn't just stand in a line and then shoot it out and then just get it.
Oh yeah, like singe all the ropes. Yeah.
Right.
All right. That crossbow shot misses.
10 pythons. 10 days. So why don't I just try to climb up there?
Okay.
Actually,
Go
because
ahead.
I've got a Dungeoneer's pack, so I have like pythons and rope.
Oh, okay, that works. Okay. Go ahead.
So what do you want me to do?
Roll me an acrobatics check. And since you have all this rope and all that stuff, the DC is going to be quite low.
Okay. May I use athletics?
Yeah, sure. You're gonna kind of muscle your way up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, that's fantastic.
You've never wronged me.
That works perfectly. All right. And so yeah, you go ahead and you use your pythons and your rope, and you fashion almost like a rock climbing path, except against a tree, as you make your way up towards the top where they're all being anchored, and you cut each of them down.
I make no plans. I tell them not what I'm doing. I just slice them down.
So, snap, 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 and snap. As the ropes are cut free, some of them are barely able to make any sound. Some just go "ah!" and others go "ah!" as they fall down. And some of them you can just hear thump, thump, and others you can hear cracking and crunching as they hit the ground. As now 5 bodies are currently laying on the ground.
Cool.
And Dawn's just gonna rappel down.
Okay. And meanwhile, as you are all inspecting the scene, Styx, you note the following items. You note that there is +1 studded leather.
Oh, I can't identify them.
Oh,
they
yeah,
just
my bad.
glow. They just glow blue if they're magical, so that way I
Oh,
know what stuff is.
Disregard that. Never mind. I didn't say anything. Haha, hee hee. Fuck, I forgot. Yes.
So some leather starts glowing.
Yep, the leather starts glowing. The greatsword starts glowing. And the quarterstaff starts glowing.
So I'll put those 3 aside with the 4 potions of healing.
Okay.
And I heard her say, "Go check this out. It's crazy." So I only got 10 minutes of this detect magic though, so I will walk towards that, but I'll come over. I'm just seeing, because it's got a 30-foot radius, if anything else glows blue that might have been hidden that we missed.
Okay.
That might be magical.
Gotcha. Okay. So are you going to kind of walk around the grounds of the map to check and see if there's anything else magical?
Yeah.
Okay. You got it. You note that within the tree line here, behind some small bushes, that there is something magical there. As you go over to it, you note that there is something magical. A strange blue glowing stone. It's kind of rough around its edges. It's almost like a shard. And it glows softly of teal.
I'll pick it up and put it in the pile of other stuff.
Okay, you got it. Alright. Do you join your party?
Yeah.
Alright. So then you join your party and you see that they're kind of all standing around 5 different bodies. Some of them clothed, some of them not. But many of them are mutilated in some way, shape, or form. Some of them have died from the fall, but there are 3 remaining that are still alive and barely breathing.
I would like to transform into that warden lady person, and I'd kind of like to question them.
Okay. And Styx, what were you going to do?
Can I make medicine checks to see if I can stabilize any of them if they're about to go?
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll me 3 medicine checks, 1 for each. Ooh, you managed to stabilize all of them. They are not currently under danger of dying at this time. Damn, that's a medicine check that's high as hell. Oh my god, that's so good. At level 1.
Proficient in high wisdom.
Yeah. Alright. And so you transform into a Lyra Trinket, and you're going to interrogate them. What do you say to them?
What happened to y'all?
One of them kind of just like look at you with almost like vacant eyes, and he just says, "They feed, they feed, they feed, they feed."
Does any of the other ones say anything? Or no?
The other one of them is completely quiet, and the other one is like breathing shakily. Not because like they're like they're still like at threat of dying, but more in fear.
Okay.
Perhaps we should take them to elevator, then continue our journey.
Okay. And so you return them to the elevator?
It is. I'm asking the group if this is worth their time.
They might be here for a reason. What if we get in trouble for bringing them back?
That's why I'm asking the group.
Oh, no, I'm
I
posing.
say we send them back, and if they don't want them, they'll just bring them back here.
They are weak. Leave them.
I'm for leaving them. They can walk back.
Yeah, if nothing comes by to eat them, they're probably okay.
How far
They
are we
are
from the
afraid.
elevator, Percy?
Very far.
Yeah, you guys are pretty far from the elevator. Currently, you guys are right about here, where I'm putting your tokens. This is roughly where you all are at. This is where the elevator is located. It doesn't show very well in scale, but that was a very long trek. That was at least an hour, so you'd have to like escort them an hour back and then an hour back to where you left off. So in total, it would have been roughly 3 hours that you've been down here.
I say as a weird trinket,
This is
you know
what
the rules.
sticks.
Survive or die.
Okay. And as you're saying, Styx, sorry?
This is what Styx thinks.
Mhm.
Styx thinks that lots of these prisoners down here who have died might be sharing same fate as other prisoners above. Same prisoners who'd be watching us. I think we might curry favor by saving these people if it is possible.
Well,
If not,
this would be the shortest save, so if we bring them back and see what happens, we know what happens next time. Like, if it's not in favor for us, we won't have to waste the time in the future.
we're not here to earn favor with guards. This is prisoners we are
Yeah.
trying to sway. Is this what was we heard?
Yeah. You depending on your actions down here, you earn favor from the prisoners. The prisoners are the ones that vote on you all.
Okay.
Yes.
Bring them
Styx will be taking them back.
Okay. You got it.
I'll go
Will you
too.
help
I'll
me?
go. Tom will go.
I mean, for all I know,
will
prisoners
follow begrudging.
prisoners might share the same, sentiment that Down does. They're weak. Don't save them. You know what I mean? It could be either way. So, but this is just what Styx thinks.
Okay. And Darwin, you said that you're gonna do it begrudgingly.
I mean, I'm certainly not going to leave the groove. This is definitely not a safe place.
Yeah, that is for sure. All right.
Oh,
Can
and
we
we can move.
Sorry, go ahead.
Styx. Let us bring him to the statue of Knock.
Yes, we're not going back up. We just take them to a safe place.
Venture back. Is there like wood or something that we can fashion? What is those called? Like gurneys and stuff? To put them on?
Yes.
And
Roll me
some gurneys?
survival checks if you want to make gurneys. It could even be a group roll if you'd like.
Yep, because I got proficiency and advantage. So
Oh my god, what are all these nat 20s I've been seeing all session? Holy shit.
Yeah, I share.
Was that
But
survival?
sounds like I don't need to.
Yep, survival.
Wow, that's cool.
You are all pathetic. Just let me do it.
Yeah. So you're all kind of like trying to fashion things together, but it seems that nobody here is quite necessarily a handyman. However, it seems that Dawn definitely knows his way around some sticks and some twine and fibers and things of the like. And so he easily fashions 3 gurneys, which he then like kind of roughly picks up the three of them.
You take the bedroll, you lay down two limbs, and then you just fold it over on it's like a what is it called? A stretcher.
Yeah.
It's like a cot. You just drag it on the ground behind you. Come on.
All right. And so now you have three gurney like things that you can drag along the ground.
Sweet.
Nice nat 20. I've never been so happy to see a nat 20 survival in my life.
You don't see a lot of survival checks all the time.
That's
I
true.
bet we'd be rolling them a lot down here, though.
Oh yeah, 100%. All right.
That's why I made it my thing where it's my proficiency, survival, investigation, and history.
Oh yeah.
Nice. This is gonna be good.
Hell yeah. And so you all drag them back over to the statue of Nock. Some of them are still kind of groaning in pain, but otherwise it's mostly just complaining as you know they're traumatized and injured. But you manage to get them up to the slope right underneath the statue of Nock, where you leave them to their own devices.
You gotta move, Tom.
Well,
He has
he's
no
not-
heart.
Yeah,
hands.
he ain't got no hands, Lieutenant Dan. All right, and then you're all returning back, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Now we've wasted like 8 hours. No, just kidding.
No, not 8 hours. So you took an hour to get down to that location. That fight was less than a minute, and then you had to travel back. That's 2, and then travel back to where you left off. That's 3.
Oh, total 3 hours. I thought you meant we were down here for 3 hours plus the 2 that
Oh
we had to do.
no,
5.
no.
Oh yeah, that's not that
total 3 hours so far.
bad. Okay, that's not
So, once we get to the statue of Nock,
Uh-huh.
I would like to drag all the prisoners, you know what I mean, and kind of put them at the base of it and put my hand on the tower and say a quick prayer.
Okay. And as you do so, I'm going to assume that you're doing this while your allies are there as well.
Yeah.
As you do so, go ahead and roll me a religion. Nice. And so, the 4 of you get 4 temp HP. If you had previous temp HP, that's been wiped and has been replaced with the 3 temp HP. Also, you notice that the 3 prisoners that you've rescued, they softly glow of a golden light before it fades again. They seem to feel a little bit more at ease.
What was it you said about temp HP, Percy? I'm sorry, it cut out for me.
If you had previous temp HP, that's been wiped and replaced with the 3 temp HP, meaning like it doesn't stack.
Okay. Does it heal by any chance instead of temp?
Nope, it's just temp HP.
Okay, cool.
It's like a overshield.
Yep.
Perfect.
All right. And so then you all return back to where you left off. Let's see. All right, so you're back where you left off. Take a look around, and the scene is still about the same. However, it looks like the corpses that you had slain once before have disappeared. The map is now active.
We cannot stay in this place. Which way to go? We go south, we go east.
South or east? Evens or odds? I say south.
All right, south following the river.
Yeah, it looks like that's the way.
All right, you got it. Go right ahead. Map is active.
You're active.
Yeah, I am.
Heyo.
Heyo.
This is giving me some like original Final Fantasy VII vibes.
Yeah,
As soon
right.
as you get out.
Right.
Okay.
I'm just kind of making perception checks as I go.
Okay. And I also note that your passive perception is 19. Okay. As you get to this mouth of this river, you note that the water here is much more turbulent. It seems kind of odd though, because the river itself is quite small. The body of water that actually runs down here is not that wide or even that deep. It seems that the water moves unnaturally here.
Okay.
Try not to fall in. I'm not a good swimmer. Keep going.
Dawn is a strong swimmer. Do not worry about Dawn.
He was born in the sewers, bred by it.
Yeah, in fact. I got a swim speed, homie.
Oh, damn, dude. Freaking Michael Phelps in this bitch.
We've only been down here. How long do we want to think about taking a long rest to get our level 2 stuff?
Yeah, so
We could do that.
you depending on, or by the distance that you've traveled so far, you've been here about 3.5 hours, so not that long.
So I'll start kind of looking for a place that might be, salvageable for a campsite, maybe.
Okay.
What about over here?
Defendable.
Roll me a survival check as you're observing your nearby surroundings for a place for you to set up camp.
Here I go.
Here you go. Is going to be another nat 20?
No, it's a dirty 20. Extra
Nice,
olive
nice.
oil.
Extra olive oil. Okay. Based off of
Dirty
your...
martini, baby.
Hey, dirty martini, we love that. Based off your survival checks, you note that there is a spot that is relatively safe for you to set up camp, with a natural light as well. This area right here, with the bioluminescent glow, has some decent cover on most sides, has a glow to act as your lighting for the nearby area, as well as provides a little bit of flora and fauna you might be able to salvage together for a little bit of extra food, other than the rations you have.
Okay.
Yeah, that is.
Push forward or camp here. This looks like a suitable
Forward to
spot.
that campsite.
All right. So we'll set up camp, I guess.
Okay.
And if we're foraging, I can help with that. With my abilities and shit.
Alright. Go ahead and hit me with your foraging abilities.
Well, I mean, it's just, it's vague. It just says that in my favored terrain, which I don't know if this is or not, which I chose Underdark.
It would be.
Okay, it's a long list, but in there it says when you forage, you find twice as much food as you normal.
Ooh, okay.
So, how do I forage? Or how do you say it?
Go ahead and roll me a nature, and then I will go ahead and roll for how much you receive, depending on what you roll on your nature check. It will basically determine how successful you are off the bat, and then we'll take that amount. I'll do a dice roll.
Dice
and
has
we'll
insisted that I have a 16.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Yeah, so then I can go ahead and roll this baby.
twice as much food as normal.
Okay.
Plus, when foraging, we're still alert. That's good.
Okay.
This is Ranger's main thing. They have no other direct purpose otherwise.
Okay. So
Cool.
you receive.
I'll ritual
There.
cast. I'll ritual cast that just in case there's.
Ooh. Okay. Nice. It's purified and rendered free. Ooh, nice. Good call. Perfect.
It's ritual, so it takes 10 minutes, but yeah.
Yeah, I love when these things get used because I feel like I never see them get used. It's so great. All right, and so as the foraged food is purified, you manage to forage for 8 uses of food. Each use of food could be used once every 8 hours, meaning that if you split them evenly among everybody, that's 16 hours worth of food for each party member currently at this time. So let's call it berries and measure it in uses, and each use is 8 hours.
Got it.
Here, while we're doing all this, I'm going to put cure wounds on myself.
Okay, you got it for 9 HP. Nice. You literally touched yourself and felt better.
Hey, they be like that sometimes, dog.
They really do. All right. And so, you are all foraging. You're setting up camp here. Do you do anything else while you're here? Any role play at this time that you'd like to do?
I'm just gonna gently strum on my guitar.
Okay.
Daun, I would imagine, has taken one of the hands from those stalkers that we saw a while back, and is just like the one that grew the long nails, and he's like carving bone off of it, making darts.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. Is there a role that you have to do for that, or is that just something that you is a feature of yours you can do passively?
It takes an hour.
Okay, gotcha.
Cunning artisan, yeah. Part of the short rest, you can harvest bones and hide from slain beasts.
Gotcha. Okay.
And whatnot.
So you managed to gather your food. You're setting up camp. You're making yourselves comfortable. Do you take a watch?
Yeah, we should set up the watch down here for sure.
Made 4 darts.
I'll take the first watch.
Okay. Who's volunteering for second?
I can.
Okay. Cassie is second. Who's taking third?
I'll take third.
Okay. He takes third, and that means Daun, you take fourth. In that order. All right. And so, you all start to take your watches, taking turns resting. And we start off with our dear Styx. Okay. All right. Nothing happens on your watch there, Styx. Your shift passes by peacefully, as you then begin to shake Cassie awake.
What?
It's your turn to watch for the bad guys. All was quiet during my time.
Good.
May the mother smile upon you.
Better.
All right. And the beginning of Cassie's watch begins. And you kind of sit patiently and you wait. You kind of watch around in the darkness. You can't really see much past the bioluminescent glow of the rocks behind you, but you can see a decent enough. And nothing happens on your watch.
I yawn and stretch and get up and shake Tom. Hey, wakey, wakey. No eggs and bakey.
Me already?
Yep. Enjoy. And then I just kind of fall over and pass it.
All right. Okay.
While I take my shift, I'm just gonna start gently playing the guitar. It's only I can hear.
Okay.
Kind of look around.
And as you're sitting there and playing your guitar, something seems somewhat off. Roll me a perception check. You sense that there was something strange going on, like as if you might have heard something kind of in between the notes of your guitar playing, but you can't hear it anymore. You brush it off. And that is the end of your shift.
I kind of grab a stick
Uh-huh.
and just kind of gently poke it at Diamond.
Dawoon's eyes just open, but he doesn't move.
He's like a fucking...
Your turn, bud.
He's a fucking alligator, dude. he's like pretending to be a log and shit.
Wakey, wakey.
Dawoon barely makes any attempt to acknowledge you and just stands and sits on his tail like a tripod.
Hey, that's what they called you in high school.
Hey, what's high school, baby?
Oh, hey,
I'm a
right.
wizard.
What's high school? I'm a wizard. I want that on a fucking shirt. Alright, roll me. Never mind. Hold on, I gotta roll first. Alright. You're, you sit on your tail and you you barely even move, but you keep a close eye around you, and your shift is uneventful. The long rest has now passed. However, you cannot tell if it's day or night. However, you are all refreshed. You are now officially level 2, with all of your bonus and benefits that come with it.
I was not ready for this. I have spellcasting now.
Hey, we love that.
You want to reroll that one?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh my lord.
Oh yeah,
How about that one?
reroll that one. Reroll that one. I'm not gonna let you take a 1.
Dude, that exact thing happened to me last session.
It do be brutal when it happens. I just don't
Dude,
want
I
anyone
keep trying to
oh.
What are you doing
Keep trying-
there?
I keep trying to press the dice roller, but it wouldn't work for me.
Oh, weird. What's your hit dice? I'll roll it for you.
No, I got
nice.
it.
You got it. Sweet.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine you get 0 HP on a level up. That would suck so bad.
God tier.
My mod is 3, so I have...
So that means I add 6.
Mm-hmm. 6 plus your Constitution modifier.
Oh, I fucking forgot about the Constitution modifier.
Yeah.
Okay, so you. Okay, perfect.
Dawoon is instantly beefy. I have 22 HP.
Nice. We love that.
Let's see, 14 plus 6 is 20 plus 4, so 24. Do it that way and it makes it the total? No, I gotta do it minus 20. There we go.
Okay, and I'm taking
No, 'cause
the defensive.
If I add the plus 4, it adds another plus 4 when I type it in, so it's just the amount.
Taking defense, my AC is now 18, and I still am not wearing a shirt.
Nice. We love that.
I think I'm gonna grab the Identify spell.
Hey, we love that. Let's go.
Wing.
So, my fighting style question. I already have 2 weapon fighting, so I don't need that again? Or does it like, what does that mean then? If I add
The
the
2 weapon fighting style is you can add your ability modifier to the damage of the second attack, but I think your weapon has a special ability that lets you do that with a smaller damage dice. Isn't that what we read?
Yep.
That's how I kind of felt, that, like, not that it's a waste, but I don't really gain that much by getting.
No, you don't.
I mean, not really.
Yeah. So I do have a crossbow, so maybe just doing archery.
What's your other
making
option?
those clutch ranged attacks always good.
Yeah,
can verify always good.
Yeah. Gain a +2 to ranged weapons. Okay, I'm gonna take that.
Hey, what did we do with the like the staff and all that?
Right now,
What I was
not Dom.
I have them
Styx
all
has it.
right here.
Yep, Styx has all the supplies on him. It's kind of like a party inventory currently.
And sequestered far away from the rest of the loot that you found, I found this stone as well. I'll show them the teal stone
Ooh.
shard Bowie thing.
Anyone who
How many-
has proficiency in Arcana or History may roll it at this time.
All
say
of
that
these
one more time,
things-
bud.
Anyone who has proficiency in Arcana or History may roll at this time.
Oh, I do. Oh, but I'm doing my sheet.
Well, it's okay. You can roll later.
Okay.
So what are we rolling for exactly?
For the shard that he just showed you. Everybody
Okay.
sees it now at this time. So this is really more of like whether or not you recognize it at first glance. That determines a little bit of what the DC would be for this. Do you need any help right now, Cassie, or are you okay setting up the character sheet?
This Crimson Right thing that I get,
Mm-hmm.
so basically I'm attaching an elemental strike to any weapon that I have?
If I
At the
remember
cost of
correctly.
cost of your blood.
Yep.
You have to hurt yourself first, causing a D6 necrotic damage, and after that, your blood causes your weapons to flare up and fire, cold, lightning, whatever. That's a bonus action, and
So
then you'll do the extra damage with that.
So because I already do lightning damage from the other, so basically my
It's on a
Wait.
weapon, so it wouldn't work on your breath weapon. It'd be on your melee weapon.
well,
So
what
you
I'm
do-
saying is I've already got lightning that way. Wouldn't it make sense to do a different thing, not do lightning on a weapon since I already do lightning anyway?
that's completely a personal choice, yo. That's whatever your character wants to do.
Got it. Okay. I like fire. Let's go.
Fire is good.
We do love fire.
Because also, I wonder with the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I already went back. Let me go back to it. Is it only damage, or could I like use the fire? Let me see. I'm gonna make this weapon or magic till damage. Okay, it is only damage. Okay.
I mean, if your fists are glowing on fire and you try to catch something on fire, I'm pretty sure Percy's going to roll with that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right.
That's role playing flair. That's good stuff. He's not going to.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a roleplay slut. I will let you do that.
Speaking of roleplay, I'm going to go ahead and say that I am never, ever going to take a Goodberry as a spell, because it would totally break the vibe of this campaign.
Yeah. As broken as Goodberry can become, yeah, I totally understand. Hey, would you like a berry? Just like, that would be such a strange
the
thing
thing
for
is,
Dom
like,
to do.
I just took a peek at the spell. It's like up to 10 berries appear in your hand and are magic. And I'm like, okay, well that's not a survival game.
Yeah.
They give sustenance, don't they, for like a day or something?
They
Or
do.
they just-
Yeah, they do. They would
Take care of
completely
food.
ruin the point of this situation.
Yeah, I can roll this now. Alright, history rolling.
Yeah, I'm gonna take as my 2 spells Alarm and Cure Wounds.
Ooh, good combo.
Wow, that's good.
Roll.
This is so cool. I'm getting to see so many things that get underused. 10 out of 10. Alright. With your history checks, Styx and Tom, you note that the shard that you're looking at, you recognize what it is right away. You recognize that what Styx is holding is a Niall shard. And as for what a Niall is, it is a horrifying creature. Well, creatures, an entire race of beings that exist to the north in the land of Dragur, and are the embodiment of people's dreams and fears, incarnate. And as a result, have the ability to take those dreams and enter the dream world and manipulate it in such a way that allows them to manifest things into reality.
What are these shards usually used for?
These shards are usually part of a Niall core, meaning that a Niall was injured and the shard was exposed, thus chipping a piece off. And so normally, this would mean that their shard is incomplete, which means they are weaker. However, the shard will try to seek out the core itself, like the main core, and gravitate towards it. As you hold it in your hand, Styx, and you hold it for a period of time, you can tell that it begins to pull, and it begins to pull straight down. But what seems to be disturbing about this is that it points straight down, but you can feel it kind of gyrating in all sorts of directions down underneath you, like it's moving extremely fast.
Interesting. And down as in like level 2, 3, 4, far underneath us, not like south of us.
Correct. Like straight down, like
Gotcha.
You don't know how many levels, but you know it's straight down, and whatever it's doing, it's moving fast. But it's not, it doesn't feel like it's going any higher up. It just continues to point straight down. It kind of swivel around in your hand.
The creature
So
that
above board, real quick.
Sorry, hold on. First off, say again to Styx.
I was just saying the creature that this belongs to is still yet below us.
Okay. And as you were saying, Tom?
Brother, we need to find you a different monster.
Find me a different monster. This is a very prominent monster in my world. And also, I know, like, you're having PTSD because this thing is terrifying. But I promise you there is a lot more variety than you've already seen from the Niall. They're weird. They're very weird.
Okay, so back in session.
Yep.
Can I hold the shard?
First,
Can I see it?
I'll hand it right over.
Okay. All right. And as you hold it in your hand, your vision no longer is your own. As you hold it in your hand, you can feel as if there's a slithering sensation all over your skin, followed by many different prickly feelings. You assume that there's something that's brushing over yourself. This is the sensation you feel as you look from its perspective. Your vision kind of whips around every which way. You can see Earth just being burrowed into and moving past your vision. Your vision is quite clear. It's as if you can almost magnify and see the fine granules of soil pass by your face, entire stone breaking before you, before erupting out into a cave-like structure, a bright luminescent glow illuminating it as it looks down into the water. And for a brief moment, as your vision turns towards the water, you see this face in the reflection. One moment, please. Can I show it like this?
I bring you a signature Niall face brought to you by the world of Initia.
Yeah. No, but it looks more like this.
Oh, something's loaded. Let's see. Whoa, what the fudge? What are we
Ooh,
doing?
okay.
And you see that for a brief moment in the reflection of the water before its face dives down, and all you can hear is gulp, gulp, gulp. And then your
Dude,
vision
all I
turns
can think of is that Pokemon like Gyarados.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
The
can't
blue,
see
like,
it yet. It's still loading.
it's still loading. All right. And that is what you
there
see.
it is. Yep, that's a Gyarados. That's a very angry boy.
It do be angry.
He's that Shadow Gyarados from Pokemon Coliseum.
Hey yo. All right. Do you share that information with the party?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And with that information in mind, what do you do?
Well, we also have these items which are magical. I'll show the sword, the leather, and the quarterstaff. Also, someone found some potions. I see everyone take one, yes?
Okay.
So what were the 3 weapons again?
There's a quarterstaff, a sword, and a suit of studded leather. They were all magical. But we don't know what they do because we can't identify them.
So for the use of like the identify spell, can I use it like 3 times, or is it just like 1 per rest? I didn't see that information.
One per
On
spell
D&D
slot.
Beyond, are you able to cast it as a ritual? Does it have an R by it on D&D Beyond?
Yeah, let me check.
I don't know. I think maybe
Yeah, it's
I
a
don't
ritual.
know.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know if bards are ritual casters.
I don't know if they are either. That's what I'm not
It-
100%
I don't
sure.
think they
I
are. I
was
think that's
checking-
a wizard-specific trait.
I was checking what spells I could use as bard, and
Well, specifically, there's only 2 ways to ritual cast, I think. It's to actually be a wizard or to take the ritual caster feat.
Oh, okay. So then otherwise, then if you cast Identify, you'll have to use the respective spell slot in order to cast it.
Here, I'll just throw this in here
Thank you.
from my spell list for Fexstone.
Thank you. You just have that shit on the at the ready just in case of a crossover?
No, I just pulled it up real quick.
Oh, okay. It's like suddenly you see a man come out from the mist. He has a strange box with a bow tie on it as he walks up to you.
What the fuck? How did I get here?
My time
Something
to
ate me
shine.
again, didn't it?
Yeah. I love Boxy so much, dude. He gives me joy.
I need us to have like a beat so I can waste a spell prepared on familiar or find familiar. I want to make him my actual familiar.
Oh, that would be so sick. Boxy the familiar.
Give him the stats of like a boa constrictor because he grabs you and you don't let go.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll need to check Bard because like cleric ritual casting, you can cast cleric spell as a ritual if that spell is a ritual tag and you have the spell prepared. So you might have to check to see if it specifically says that under Bard. If you're able to cast
where I'm looking at for Bard spell list, it shows Identify, Divination, 1 action, Touch, Concentration up to 1 minute.
Spellcasting.
Then it says VSM. But that's just where I'm finding my stuff.
Okay, yeah. I just opened up the paper book. Yeah, bards can ritual cast.
Hey,
No problem.
let's go.
Alright.
This was easy. I just
Nice.
needed to open the book.
Love it. Hey, that's why the literature is good. Alright, so you can actually do it for free with a ritual without having to use a spell slot. You just need 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so can I only use it like once, or can I use it multiple times?
You can use it multiple times. It depends on. So there's 3 magical items, so that would be a total of 30 minutes. Because I think it's. Oh wait, no. Can you use it on multiple items, or is it one? Oh no, one object. Yeah, so 30
Choose one
minutes.
object.
Yeah, so 30 minutes total to identify each item.
I'm gonna do it if it's okay with the rest of the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to know what our shit does.
All right, sweet.
Down.
patrol.
Alright, perfect.
Okay. So 30 minutes passes by, and you manage to identify the 3 following items. Actually, hold on. As we do this. Ooh. Oh, hold on. I'm rolling the wrong dice.
Yeah.
Dag probably knows what I'm doing here. I think it's Dag that used Identify in the past.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
That was yesterday.
That was literally yesterday.
It was like 24 hours ago, almost.
It all kind of blurs together for me. This is my 4th D&D session.
Well, after that quart of vodka, everything blurs together for me.
Actually factual. All right, interesting. So as you identify these items, something strange happens with the final one. Meet me in secrets.
Okay.
All right, Tom. So you identify. I'll tell what all the items do. Again, like when we're in the actual call.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, but for the 3rd one, this is what happens. Hello, this is your use of the Identify spell. A voice echoes within your mind, as you can kind of feel it like reverberate inside of your head, almost like at the backs of your eardrums. It's almost the sensation you feel. You feel like this strange fuzz within your skull as this voice echoes. This quarterstaff is made from oak. Composition. Quality. Well used. Length 5 feet. Magical. Yes. Function. This quarterstaff is identified as Quarterstaff of Freezing. Once quarterstaff touches a body of water, it can create a disc platform from origin. Self. Creates sheet of ice 1 foot thick and 15 feet wide in diameter, 15 feet in radius. This lasts for 60 seconds. This is your one use of the Identify spell. Thank you for supporting. And the voice then fades out.
Cool.
And we return back.
Right.
And
All
the
right.
world. We just ended up here.
Mm-hmm.
And so, the following items are identified as follows. You note that the armor itself is a +1 studded leather. The greatsword is a greatsword. Hold on, let me double check my notes just to make sure that I'm thinking of the right item. Okay, so this is a greatsword of the life tree. This sword, once per long rest, will radiate 2d4 healing in a radius of 30 feet to up to 5 allies. As it does so, it sprouts a incorporeal tree on the source of the caster and emanates a bright green glow that heals you for that amount.
Say the last part again.
Sure. So when it is cast, it's cast from self. So it sprouts a incorporeal tree from the caster and emanates a green glow in the air and heals for 2d4 to all allies around you, up to 5 allies.
I got you.
You said that's once per day?
Once per long rest. But yeah, in theory, it could be once per day.
Sure.
All in 30 feet.
You note that this great sword, at first you thought it was made out of metal, but it's actually made from a polished wood. It functions the same way as a great sword, and also seems to have branches that coil around as its handle.
Does it have an innate bonus, like +1, +2, something like that?
Yes, it has a +1 bonus to it.
I just called it Tree's Light. And the corporeal tree appears, sheds light on all 30 feet, 2d4 healing up to 5 targets. Don't need the 30.
Perfect.
Just
Alright.
putting it in here so we have the reference of it.
Sweet. And then the last item is a quarterstaff of freezing. It has all the same stats as a normal quarterstaff. It's not +1 or anything along those lines, but what it does do is when the staff makes contact with water, it will create a sheet of ice 1 foot thick and 15 feet wide in radius all around you. So basically, you can create a 30 foot disc of ice for you to stand upon for 60 seconds. And this can be done once every short rest.
All right.
Can y'all hear me? Okay,
Yep,
perfect.
we can hear
Yeah, I can hear you.
Tom personally, would like to take the quarterstaff.
Is everyone okay with that?
That's fine.
Down is not interested in quarterstaff.
Because
Six.
Down's likely gonna try to dive in the water at some point and he'd end up in a cube of ice.
He becomes an ice cube. Okay. What about you, Sticks?
I have proficiency in all martial weapons. I can use the sword, but I use a shield as well, so I would give up the shield, so I'm kind of torn. I definitely don't need the leather, but if someone who's actually a melee person or like a fighter, kind of like what's your character, Cassie? If Cassie wants a magical two-handed sword, you wouldn't have the bonus action back attack, but you'd have a cool +1 magical sword. So it's a great sword, so it does 2d6 damage. It's a two-handed sword, so it's up to you. I don't want to take a cool great sword from a melee person. You would get more use out of it than I would.
Okay, so the great sword, I should take that one.
It's a magical sword, so it's +1 to hit, +1 damage. It does
You
2d6
should take-
when you hit. Go
You
ahead.
should take the greatsword because it has a heal, I think.
And yeah,
Daun, Tom, and Strix. That's your name? Yeah, Sticks.
sticks.
We all three can cast Cure Wounds. So if you get yourself in a bind, that could be a life.
Yeah. Like I said, you're going to get more use out of it. The only thing you're going to lose is that bonus action 1d4 attack, but this greatsword does 2d6 and it's +1. So you'll have a greater chance of hitting stuff, you'll do more damage. It's basically an upgrade for you.
And nobody says you have to use it. You can
Yeah, nobody says you have to if you like the style of your scimitar.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's fine.
you could have both, honestly.
Exactly,
know,
I could take it. Use it.
Yeah.
Every time I hear the words "you can have both," I think of that one scene from King of the Hill.
Yeah. You can have both. I love King of the Hill.
And I wear chainmail, so and my dex is low, so I can't use leather. So no thank you.
Alright.
It'd be wasted on me.
And so,
So how are we dividing this up?
We just did. You get the quarterstaff, Cassie gets the greatsword, and we will sell studded leather or something like that.
I know. I know you said you were proficient in martial, so I mean, if you wanted to, you could have it as well.
As I said, would be more wasted on me than in hands of fighters such as the Dragonborn.
Yeah, he's
I meant
a
the
cleric.
quarterstaff.
So, yeah.
Oh, the quarterstaff is okay. No, I think, yeah.
I mean, I'm wearing studded leather right now, so I could also take that. But
If it's upgrade for you, take it. No one else wishes it. Do not feel like it's greed.
just making sure.
Yep. So yeah, +1 studded leather, so that will give you an additional AC to your armor class. Feels good. And you have a quarterstaff that basically creates an ice cube on the ground, so that's neat.
Could be useful for crossing water.
Mm-hmm. All right. And now that you've all distributed your loot, what will you do?
Well, we got our long rest. We got our loot, so let's continue on, right?
Mm-hmm. Don't forget to mark
Well,
off your long rests, everybody.
Sure.
My daughter needed something.
No worries.
So, do we want to look for trouble in this foggy nook, or do we just want to head south? I don't know why I said that the weirdest possible way, but I did.
His chance will be passing through here again. Would be good to know for future times what his in.
Okay. Roll me.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a sniff up here.
You got it. Roll me a. Are you like doing like a really good like thorough check of this area, or is it just like a quick like check?
Yeah, I'm a scope it out, make sure there's nothing coming up behind us.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check as you check this foggy area.
May I use survival?
Sure, you can use survival.
Okay.
Can I give him the help action?
Ooh, okay, nice. Roll it at advantage, so if you're getting the help action.
I will.
Well,
I
I guess
is.
I guess it technically is. Yep. So 16. All right. So with your survival of 16, you kind of like push your hands through like the mist. You're kind of like trying to push it around. It kind of swirls around your hands and kind of reforms itself as you try to take a look inside. As you do so, you don't find any like creatures or threats. However, what you do find are several skeletons that are strewn about in strange positions.
Ah, it's just bones, and I just walk back.
All right. And you're all free to move. The map is now active.
Well, let's just since I can see the map and I kind of know where I want to go. I'm just going to roll random, okay?
Okay.
So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right.
Ooh, okay.
Cool. We're not going to the one with spider webs.
Right?
Yeah. All right.
All right. Let's put one foot in front of the other.
1 foot in front
I was about to sing the song.
other.
Yeah, that was the one. I could not remember the tune.
It's a good one. Okay. With your passive perception of 19 sticks, you note a strange scent in the air as you get close to this body of water that you see towards your left. It glows, like, I guess it would be like from your perspective as you approach, it would be on your left. As you approach this bright glowing blue body of water here, crystalline glow, bioluminescent blue, you can smell a strange scent. It's almost acidic.
Smell this. You smell this smell in the air. I will get
There's
the
a smelly smell that smells smell.
Yes, you smell this down. Your lizard nostrils pick it up.
Dawoon's gonna take a clump of moss and toss it into the pond.
Okay. As you take the clump of moss and drop it into the pond, you can kind of hear a soft as it begins to start to disintegrate.
Okay, we go other way, Riss.
I'm just gonna take a good look. Like, I'm just gonna try to see what I can see in the water, if it's clear enough to look through.
Okay. Roll me a perception check as you take a look at the body of water.
Heck.
Ooh. I will stand in the water with him.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so are you rolling perception as well then, Styx? Oh, yeah, you did?
Yes.
Nice. Ooh, okay. With your perception of 27, Styx, you can see some strange serpent-like bodies begin to kind of like swim around in the water. They kind of like move like to and fro, every which way. There seems to be many of them. You can't really tell how many are in this water, but there are many of them present. You can't see details, but you can see the shadows of them under the water.
Hmm. I think your mic is mute. Or not?
Cassie, are you there?
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
It's okay.
wait, who?
Oh, I was just checking
Nope.
because Cassie was quiet
What
for a while.
about, okay, what about like on
I thought I said Kelsey for a second. I was
No.
like, huh?
No. But Tom, was there anything that you were gonna say?
Oh,
No, I'm just kind of following along.
Okay, got you. What about you, Cassie?
Can you hear me?
good?
Hello? Can
Yeah.
anybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're back. I saw you pinging, but I couldn't hear what you were saying.
Do you hear me?
Yeah,
Yep.
we can hear you.
Yay! Oh, my internet is acting really weird today.
It's all good. It happens.
I was just seeing if there was anything. How close is this to any edge? Is it like way in the middle of the water? Like, I imagine these squares are kind of big.
Yeah, so this
Okay.
structure here is in the middle of the water, and underneath the water you can see some strange serpent-like shadows kind of just swimming around every which way.
Even if we got
So
a way to
bad.
get through the water, it'd still be filled with monstrosities.
I mean, if we wanted to get through the water, couldn't we just use the staff, quarterstaff of freezing?
Well, that'll make like a block, and the thing is,
That's-
like, this is like the zoomed out map, right? So
Oh,
it's probably not a pond; it's probably a lake.
Yeah, it's
that's
a
what I
lake.
was asking.
Mhm, it's a lake.
You should just let me like tap in front of it like I'm a blind man.
Yeah, right. Like just expand. Yeah, just expand the ice block all the way out like a bridge.
Yeah.
Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sound good?
That sounds good to
Alright.
me.
We're gonna go down the path that is closest to us.
Yeah. Keep in mind you can
the
always.
quarterstaff. That's. I was gonna say the quarterstaff of freezing just works. I thought it was a spell or a ability.
It does work, but it only works once per short rest. So
Okay,
once you
okay.
create that first disc, you cannot create another disc. So you can't like create like an ice
All right.
bridge with it, just a platform.
Same page. Same page.
Yep.
Let's see where the light is leading us to. I'm starting to think that the cobweb path may actually be safer, because up there in the light is where we got jumped by that horde of angry boys.
That is indeed factual. All right. So as you make your way down into this strange cave-like area, you can hear like the strange sound of as like stone is being turned over again and again. You can hear the thump, thump, thump of something moving down below. And now, as you get closer, you can hear multiple of these steps: thump, 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 as it subtly echoes through the cave.
Something is big over there.
Let's go poke it.
All right. What will await you down in these depths? What will happen to you as you travel further down below? What will happen when you encounter this Niall? So many questions, not enough answers. Find out next time on the next session of Unchained. Alright. Good session, guys. Thank you so much for, especially for you, Siwi. Thank you for joining in the last minute. I know I literally asked you at such short notice, but I appreciate it a ton.
No, this was fun. The map's really cool, and the group's really cool, so I'm excited about this.
Hell yeah.
Hey, all right.
Excited for Pyro to join, too.
Yes. What do you guys think of session 1?
It was really cool.
It is really cool.
I'm having character whiplash because Fexnar is filled with questions and Daun is head empty, brain stupid.
What's up, chat?
I'm having fun. I like the map. I'm interested to see what the next levels are like, and if we have to go back to quote unquote town often, and you know what I mean, just how I'm just interested to see how it goes with it, how it progresses. Best way to put it. I'm invested.
Gotcha. Thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed so far. This is one of the ones that I've been super excited for because it's so different from all the other campaigns. So it's so sick. I can't wait to show you what I got lined up. All right.
Like a good dungeon delve.
Yeah, right? Oh, man. I love D&D so much. This game is great. All right. Well, that was the end of session 1 of the Unchained for you guys. So, if there's anything that you like or don't like, you want to see more of or see a little bit less of, just send me a DM, let me know. Unfortunately, Dor was not able to join us. He had to bow out at the last minute. That's okay, it is what it is. He's currently moving because he just got accepted to University of Texas. And I'll have to follow up with Cobra and find out what's going on. Hopefully he'll be able to join us for next session, and then I'll make sure to talk with Troy and make sure to help get his character all established and good to go.
Perfect.
All right, and with that, we'll end stream.